It's a mediocre time with Tom and Dan.
Put some respect on my name.
Respect our name.
I ain't gonna say it no more.
You cracker ass motherfuckers.
O-Town's #1 rock station, Z159 FM. Right. Your only home for the Hot Tub and Mini Fridge Morning Show and Dump 'em Out Fridays.
Ooh, yeah, Hot Tub and Mini Fridge. Keep me cold and hot.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath. Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
I wish my refund hurry up so I can have a taxitude.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
I'ma be like, let me get 20 on pump 3.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Matter of fact, make it 25, and yes, I would like to donate to the March of Dimes, so ring me up that Coke and candy bar 2 for $2.22 deal where $1 goes to March 2. Oh, and ring these Skittles up for my kid too. And when the cashier tells me to have a nice day, I'm gonna be like, no ma'am, you have a blessed day, sugar.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Pull down my shades like Kim Kardashian, smile like Gabrielle Union.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Flip my bundles like Nicki Minaj and queen out the door like Beyonce.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Goofy face, goofy face, goofy face, heart, 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 muscle, muscle, muscle.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Sassy black girl, sassy black girl, sassy black girl, kiss, kiss, kiss. Hashtag so what? Hashtag I ain't shame. Hashtag my money. Hashtag call me taxitude, honey.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast.
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello, this is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, it is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
On the couch with us, you know this gentleman. You love this gentleman from the Orlando Talk Show. It is our good friend, comedian Ross McCoy.
I want only Dan introductions from now on.
I knew a good introduction. I knew a good one, right?
Me too.
I took it away from him. Did you see I took it away from him?
Yeah, here's the
I didn't let him.
Here's how I think Tom has introduced me the last 3 times, and there's Ross.
I'm trying to think about what to talk about. And there's just too many things.
Hey, rejoice, everyone. Rest assured, today is a massively important day.
What?
Good Charlotte released a new album of straight garbage you can go listen to, so go check that out right now. Drop everything you're doing and go listen to that brand new Good Charlotte album. It is trash.
You know, it's subjective. I saw people saying I walked out of the Superman movie, and then some people saying it's the best movie I've ever seen. It's like
I'm just messing around.
All art
is.
If
I like Good Charlotte. If you like it, you like it. There's a couple tunes on there I might go back and listen to again.
What's their hit?
Classic.
I would say their biggest hit was probably Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous.
Oh yeah, that one.
And then they had that album is the one that propelled
Lifestyles
them.
of the Not So Rich and Famous, right? Isn't that how it goes?
No, it was Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
Lifestyles of the Not So Rich and Famous.
No, they did like they were making fun of like celebrities, and then they were like talking about how like you go to jail and you might do 10 to life. And all this different stuff, and then they're like, we don't need the money, look at you, you're always whining about how everything's so shitty and terrible, and look, you're rich, and now they're exactly the same thing. they're like, they wrote that song,
right.
And then like they kind of propelled themselves into sort of the same thing, and both the Madden brothers, like one of them's married to old what's her name, The Mask, showed her titties.
Cameron Diaz,
thank you.
Yeah.
They had babies with Cameron
Diaz. It was
The
Mask that got me there for the record.
Do you remember when Cameron Diaz, before she became a serious and famous actress, she had done some nude modeling, like really some fetish modeling. You can still find it. And you go out there, you find her fully naked with like duct tape on her titties.
All right.
Yeah, go find that. It was a better time. It was just a better time. But yeah, if you were...
That's the information we come here for.
Yeah, exactly. My Dan's Gossip News. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Also, Good Charlotte's been around for over 20 years.
There's like a 30...
25
They're
years.
a 30-year band.
Yeah. So it's like they've already done it.
Yeah, they don't...
You're already retirement.
I did find it odd, though, that one of their songs is called Stepper, I think, and it is exactly a copy, and I want somebody to listen to it and tell me if I'm wrong. You can email me. But it's a copy of the formula for their song. Was it like Riot Girl? I think they had a song called Riot Girl, and it's like a pro badass girl song where I like my girls with a mohawk. I like my girls with a nose ring. Okay. I like my girls, bad bitch, meh. And that's kind of the song. They did another one of those. So.
You just reminded me. I thought about this the other day. Speaking of rock stars, that Ozzy. I was like, did Ozzy Osbourne have the best rock star death? Because now that seems stupid at first because you're like, oh, there's so many rock stars that had died at the peak of their fame and like it was so much bigger of a deal. Even though Ozzy Osbourne death was a big deal, it's just like everybody kind of knew, well, it's not going to go too much longer. We watched him on stage, it's like he's singing from the throne.
Did
When he's doing the reality show, we're like, this guy's going to die.
Did you happen to see the video that was like a couple days after the concert?
No.
There's a video of
Didn't
Ozzy.
you guys interview him and then?
Yeah, and then he passed away. he slipped in the bathtub at Orlando Hotel. No, there's a video, and I don't know who put it up. Maybe his daughter. What's her name? Blanking. I can't. Marijuana is.
I was about to say Sharon.
I liked her chubbier.
Yeah. The daughter.
I want to say Susie Osbourne, but that's wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Little Susie Osbourne.
Yeah, little Susie Osbourne. She released the video, and it's him, and he's sitting there, and he has like Beats by Dre on, and he has his iPad, and you can tell he's looking at something, and he's like waving at the camera like a normal person. You can tell that he's obviously older. You can tell that he's Kelly Osbourne. Thank you. You can tell he's a little fatigued, but he's waving.
But he's waving a little Susie.
Yeah, and it was fine. It was like, Susie didn't seem, at all phased.
And the reason I say that is the guy, had a full life, right? And then, which a lot of rock stars don't get, was relevant, essentially, and still performing-ish.
He was never not relevant, I don't think he ever fell out.
Yeah, his entire life. Yeah. And then got to do his last show, then dead.
With his original band. I think you need to pepper with his original band, because here's why that's important. A lot of those guys, they get to the end of the road, and they've burned every fucking bridge around them, and no one's talking to each other. Look at the band Kiss. You're probably not going to get a deathbed performance of any of those guys because they all hate each other. This, you had it was a celebration. Band, Black Sabbath there to perform. Now, granted, he was in a chair and he didn't want to be in a chair, but I mean,
that was what he could do.
Right.
But it essentially won't perform one last time, and the world celebrated him, then dead. And like, if he would have died 5 years from now, not as what I'm saying, like, it happened right after. So it was like, man, like, just as far as a rock star's life, it seems like he may have the best death of a rock star.
You can't make
just from the death being so close to his last iconic performance that the world really celebrated.
Correct. I feel like it's not better for his family because obviously they wanted time for him, but for his legacy, doing the concert, waiting 2 weeks, and then dying is badass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's 100% badass.
Yeah. It was so close.
Remember the legend, G.G. Allin. Remember, he for decades, here's a dude that told his listeners and his followers, or whatever you want to call him, that he was going to die on stage. And that would be the greatest rock. He was like, I think that was sort of touted as like the greatest rock and roll death would be dying on stage while you're performing. Kill yourself on stage. This is about as close as you can get to it,
Yeah.
Without like being a psychopath.
And then who's the metal guitarist that got shot by a fan from
Dimebag
Dimebag Darrell?
Yeah, there you go. No, on stage, Tom.
Yeah, but that one's
so obsessed took him out.
That one's too tragic, though. I feel like.
Yeah,
it's super rocky. It's super rock star.
And Pantera continued to play, which they played
they did,
at the Ozzy. I was watching them at the Ozzy tribute the last time, and they have a guitar player that looks like Dimebag Darrell.
No, that's Zach Wild. I would argue they do not look alike.
No, I'm just saying, in the same vein.
No, you're doing it. You're doing it. They all look alike. You can't say that.
Well, white guys with beards look the same.
You can't say they all look alike. It's crazy.
This guy looks like Dimebag Darrell. It's a white guy with a beard. Anyway.
Dimebag a dozen.
So
that's two for you, man. If you get one more, then Dad Joke Juice shows up. What does Dad Joke Juice look like? Wait, what's his suit look like?
He's got the jean shorts, white Seinfeld's tall three-quarter socks.
Saving a couple of these jokes for later.
Just as horny, though.
The only death that will surpass Ozzy is when Keith Moon finally kicks it. If he can do it like right after a Rolling Stone show. And maybe if Mick Jagger has like a massive coronary.
Keith Moon is dead. Keith
Moon. Who am I thinking
You're
of?
thinking Keith Richards.
Keith Richards. When Keith Richards dies.
Yeah.
That'll be it. And ideally, Mick Jagger will have like a massive coronary first, and then he'll go right after.
Keith
Moon is the one that is back in the news a little bit, which is probably why you even mentioned it.
Maybe.
Because Roger Daltrey of The Who, they fired Zak Starkey, who is Ringo Starr's son. He was playing in The Who. And I don't know if you caught wind of this. We'll do some rock and roll news today, guys. But Zach was in The Who, and supposedly he played a sloppy performance. So Roger Daltrey, singer of The Who, who's a real prick, he was like, they fired him. Well, then Zak Starkey was like, all upset about being fired and said, like, nobody told, like, are they, like, why am I being fired? This is insane. So they hire him back and say, like, it was all a misunderstanding. He wasn't fired. And then a couple weeks later, they fire him again. And then Roger Daltrey saying, like, well, he's they're, like, fighting in the press and this, that, and the other thing. It's a weird time to be in rock music right now. Weird. A lot of fighting and a lot of drummers going different places. Foo Fighters got rid of Josh Freese, and then they picked up Nine Inch Nails drummer, and then Nine Inch Nails picked up Josh Freese from Foo Fighters. They just switched drummers. It's a weird time for rock music right now, guys. If you're into it, dig in.
It's like a sports trade.
I'm back in.
That is cool for the guy that gets traded or switched, because you get to now experience a whole new band that already has a legacy following.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, that seems better than sticking with the same band. Now you get a little bit of both.
Josh Freese has worked with them before, I think.
Yeah.
So it was like a natural fit. But yeah, they just switched drummers. They're just like, here we go.
So I wanted to talk to Ross about this, because Ross is obviously has. How old are your kids?
Youngest now 18, and then oldest 24. 25.
Okay.
Wow. Congratulations.
So
and they're good boys.
Yeah, they're good.
Yesterday I had Meet the Teacher, and I've done this before, obviously, with Max and Tommy.
There should be a porno called Meet the Teacher, M-E-A-T. I just write that down. Can you write down Meet the Teacher? And I'll watch the shit out of that. Because I love Teacher. I love MILF, and it's spelled with a Y. M-Y-L-F. Oh, you been into those?
Where's that Teacher set? It's the same one.
No, I don't care.
It's the same one they all use.
Who wipes it down? Because it's covered in
Where is
My
that?
God. That...
You never seen behind the scenes of someone like, hey,
I don't
here's
want behind the scene. Behind the scenes.
No, but just someone that's
you
like,
jack
hey,
off to behind the scenes.
So just think about it. It's something we've all seen the set, and then it's an iconic piece of history to all of us, right? And it's like you think someone would be like, hey, here's us, like on their social
like
media.
Being on the set of Seinfeld.
So anyway,
it's probably like an after-hours school when like a janitor just lets them in.
That's kind of what I think, man. Yeah.
Somewhere
in Southern California.
Kids are learning geography right up till 3:30, and then
You know, when they're gone, I let you in.
So I've done this in elementary school, but this is the first time I've done this in middle
porno?
School.
Drunky the Bear.
And then Max is I had the unique experience. I guess if other parents have like kids going into middle school and have an elementary school, I did elementary school in the morning, then the middle school in the afternoon yesterday. And so
that's called the 2-kid mullet.
Now, I've always kind of made fun of Meet the Teacher to a certain extent, because I'm like, is there a reason for this? Because everybody goes, and then you go, and then you're like, hello, I'm Max Van's dad.
Now, 30
is that
seconds.
What you say? Do you introduce yourself as Max Van's dad, or do you say, hi, I'm Tom Van?
Yeah. No, I just say, I don't know. It's just the niceties, and then like, okay, they're meeting a lot of people.
You know what I do? I put my hand out, I look him in the eye, and I go, hi, I'm Dan Dennis, and just so you know, I will be watching you.
And then, but I realize the support, and I'm glad to do, bring the supplies, and then the wish list, you pay for that, and then you do the thing, right?
Yeah.
But the actual meeting, I feel like doesn't necessarily need to happen, and even the teachers are probably like, this all doesn't really need to happen.
I feel bad for the teachers. They always have to have like candy,
yes.
And then like one teacher had little bags of microwave popcorn in a big bucket, and it was like 100 of them, and they all had little pictures on them that said, thanks for popping by our classroom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do that.
Because best case, you walk in and you get a vibe. Okay, great. This is going to be a great teacher for my kid for the year. They're going to have a great geography year because this teacher seems good. Worst case, and this has happened to me, you walk in and the teacher seems like a real prick. And maybe even seems like they don't know shit about geography even. And it seems like they don't care about teaching kids at all. I'm just saying, you walk in, you get a bad vibe. They're rude. They're like dismissive.
So we're supposed to read them?
I'm saying it's happened before. Where I walked in and I've gotten a bad vibe for a teacher. They were rude. They were dismissive. They were mean to the kids. And you're just like, holy shit.
Put the fucking stuff in the bucket, you pieces of shit.
Or whatever. They're just like, this, and this, or da-da-da-da-da. Like that, just that tone right away. Like, your kid's going to be doing this, and this, or they're going to be like in immediate shit. Like the teacher just is assuming bad stuff.
Can you do anything about it?
No, you can't. That's the worst case.
What's the point?
You walk in and you get this bad vibe from the teacher, and I've had it happen where I'm like, this teacher's awful. I don't want my kid in, and there's nothing to be done. There's nothing to be done.
There's a lot of that in life, right? There's a lot of nothing can be done in life. So I just put my hands up all the time. It's just like nothing can be done.
By the way, I was right. That teacher fucking sucked and was very negative influence on my kid, and I knew it.
But there's still, it just happened.
And then that was my oldest, and then my next two kids had that teacher as well, and there was nothing to be done. They just taught a subject that everybody had to take, and they were a terrible teacher, and you just had to deal with it.
So I had done the elementary school.
I'm laughing at that. Should not be laughing at that.
So we go to Tommy's middle school, meet the teacher.
Man, I don't even like to hear you saying that.
And so
what do you wear to meet the teacher?
I'm the same. My
Polo shirt,
work clothes.
I had to change my shirt. I had a pig pen shirt on with a pig spreading its asshole.
Oh yeah. No, I wear the T&D media polo just in case someone's a listener. Then I get my foot at the door, and then I'm like, hey.
I play the show on my phone as I'm walking in. I'm like, you hear that voice? That's me.
But there's another thing too. Like if you have a kid that you know is gonna be a problem or is like hyperactive or something, is like
Maisie keeps bringing a gun to school.
You could get in there and pre-bribe the teacher and be like, hey, this is, or so, there's something, there is bribery. I've said that when the kids started school, I was like, I'm bribing all the teachers. I never needed to because my damn kids, they don't cause any problems. Tommy wants to be a speck of dust. So it's like, I'm not bribing someone to, keep the speck of dust in line.
The only thing microscopes hate speck of dust. They hate it. Oh, man, they hate him.
You'll never even know he existed. He's just going to be in the back blending in.
If he gets on the slide and fucks up the bacterium, we'll know.
Yeah. What is that on the slide? Oh, that's speck of dust right there, buddy.
So this was the awkward part of Meet the Teacher. So we go there, and then it's like, all right, now, and really the main part, I was like, Tommy needs to learn because he's got to go now to 7 different classes, when you're in middle school, instead of just switching from one to the other.
School.
Yeah, new school. So we get in there and then just learning where his 7 classes are. Mm-hmm. And then like, okay, you go from here to here. Here's your schedule. Like you got to go outside the band. He's in band. I'll tell you, I met the band teacher.
He's in band?
Yeah. Because me and Crystal were in band when we were in middle
man
school.
or old lady?
No. Well, when you say old man, that's a different phrase nowadays because I'm looking at everybody. All the teachers are my age or younger.
Yeah, they're young. Yeah.
And the band teacher, I think it was younger than me.
Maisie's 2 teachers are just smoke show blondes. I mean, holy smokes. I mean, they're, oh my God.
When we say old man, it's got to be Biden old. Like there's no.
But that's what I had. My old middle school band director is the one that left his microphone on when he was pissing. Hilarious. And you could hear him. I know that's an old trope, but he did it. And he would yell, and I'm virtually certain he hated the black kids in our class. I think he did. You could look at his eyes and tell he was mad at them. He's like, drums again with the drums.
Wait, was he 55?
No, older than 55, dude. He was old. Like, remember when shop teachers and band teachers were old as fuck?
But was it your perception when you were a kid?
No, he wasn't like me. I'm 49. Like, I know
what? You're that young? Oh, my God.
But
dude,
no, he was
with that beard,
old,
he looked just like Dimebag Darrell.
He was an old man. He was like, he dressed like an old man. Sans belt slacks with no belt. Like a tucked-in polo. He dressed like Arnold Palmer.
Yeah. Well, that was the 70s. He grew up in the 50s. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he was old.
But that's the thing. Like, have you seen those memes where, like, when we were in the 90s, old people dressed like in their 50s because that's when they were relevant.
Not me. That's why
50s.
I dress young. I got everything I wear is a Hot Topic.
Yeah. Anyway, so.
Well, band's a good one because does Tommy have any previous musical experience at all?
No.
So the first week probably will be what they call the evaluation, where they like run the kids through some weird series of tests.
Try this.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's involved really, other than like give them all a little horn and see how they do or whatever. And then they'll come home with a slip paper, and then suddenly Tommy will be a tuba player.
Yeah.
Just based on what that kid, what we're now calling a kid teaching band. Yeah. What that kid has decided, that's what Tommy's going to play for the rest of his fucking life.
And I like that. I like it. And you have to go
3 years, Ross. 3 years.
But he's not going to pick up another instrument later. Like that's when he's either going to pick up an instrument in that 3 years and keep it for life, or he's going to be the guy who played trumpet in high school. And I play a little trumpet for the rest of his fucking life based on some dumb test that this kid is going to run him through.
Well, who cares?
With the sea of other kids happening too. It's just so much power and so little.
I like the fact that it'll be something like, does he get in? Like, I got to choose. I got to choose what I wanted to play.
Yeah,
But you had experience, right? You
No.
came in knowing a little keyboard or something from your mom.
Oh, yeah, maybe so. Yeah, I don't think I can go that route.
Yes, you knew a little something.
Glockenspiel.
And
Next
if
thing
it-
you know, we'll have a marimba in his room.
Yeah, and
oh,
I'm
that'd be so awesome.
Listen, I
had a marimba in my room, dude. Marimba and glockenspiel. That's where it's at. Get him a marimba.
And so you go, and I noticed that everybody's falling into the same thing where you just wait in line and then you go up and then there's one parent after another meet the teacher, because it's in the name that they text us. It says you have to meet the teacher, which we all don't
But I
even
don't
know
think
what
you
we're
have
doing.
to because like we did it brief. Like we would come in and then like Maisie didn't want to like cause a fuss, so we drop
she's
all her
going
stuff.
to 5th grade. She already knows.
Yeah, but she would just say hi and we get the hell out.
It
Yeah.
should be called
That's-
drop off your 2 public bags full of shit
Yeah,
and leave.
That's what it was for
Yeah.
Max's.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. Things have changed in middle school.
Because he's going to how many classes now? 7?
7. Yeah. So then there's 7 different teachers, and then those teachers now have 7 classes of who knows how many, 20 to 25, 30.
What
kids.
grade
I
is
don't-
he now?
6. He's going to
6. So now let me ask you this, because this was a thing that I had a problem with, like for I think until like 9th grade. Are you still buying him crayons? Is it on the list? Because like crayons was on the fucking school list. I want to say like up until 9th grade, and at a certain point I was like, you have a tiny little mustache. You don't. What are you fucking doing with crayons?
Hold on a second. I have a beard and I like crayons. What's going on
Russ,
here? I don't know
but
what's happening right
now. At
now.
one point, my kid was like on track to learn calculus, and I was like, why am I buying you a 12-pack of colored crayons for your school supplies? This is and Elmer's glue and glue sticks until the 12th grade. I swear to God, I bought glue sticks for the 12th grade. What was he fucking gluing?
I don't. Now it's all computers. Like they all get a laptop, and then now it's everything's on a
They're
computer.
like cable guys. You know, it's like go to work for Spectrum. Here's your laptop. All right, get out there.
And I know
Get it installed.
Tommy's gonna forget that laptop every day.
It's big.
He's got my genetics. I try to tell him he's gonna forget this.
Before he goes to sleep, put a leash on it like a jet ski. You know when you fall off a jet ski, put a thing on him. Put a what do you call that? Put a safety kill switch. Yeah.
3 kids, 12 years of school per kid, however that math works out, folders for each grade that I don't think ever got used one fucking time. You needed folders for every class, different colors. I don't think I put anything in the folder any one fucking time.
So as we go and wait in line and then meet the teacher, then there's like, okay, so you're like, hello, I'm Tom Van. This is Tommy Van. He's going to be in your 7th period or whatever. And they're like, hello. Teachers are great, and like for their job and what they do and how much how important they are and what they get paid is ridiculous. In society, what we do. You know how much radio show hosts get paid? Anyway, so you meet, and then there's like a 5 Mississippi like area of time you got to fill with small talk that I had the problem with because then I was like, so then I'm like, hello, and then I'm like,
what do you do for work? Oh, you're a teacher.
Well, then I'm like,
how's teaching?
I'm like, should I tell this guy?
Have you ever taught anybody famous?
Like, when I met the band teacher, I was like,
have you ever taught a kid maybe in a corporate gig?
Fuck you, Ross.
What's your favorite song?
So then I'm like, should I tell the band teacher I used to play trumpet?
Oh yeah, because it's always about you.
Yeah, but I don't know what else to say. What do I say?
Something about them or something about the school year. Well, I'll give you for instance. When I met the teacher yesterday, and I met her, like we were standing there talking, and then she had a Kendra Scott bracelet on, like a type of jewelry, and I was like, "Hey, May, look, Kendra Scott, that's what you're into." And then the teacher goes, "Oh yes, I love Kendra Scott," and then they started talking. You just notice something and you say something, and then you got to know what's happening around in the world. You can't just go with her.
I don't know what kind of jewelry anybody's wearing. I don't know what fucking clothes.
I know.
Turns out this guy knows.
I know.
He's the anomaly, Ross. But I'm talking to everybody on the show that's listening. They don't know nothing.
Then another teacher complimented on Maisie's shirt. She had a Chris Stapleton shirt on, and it had like a white horse on it. It says Chris Stapleton, white horse. And then we started chatting with her, and then she was like, "Oh, I love Chris Stapleton." And then we're like, "Oh, we're going to see him in October." She's like, "Where's that gonna?" Like, it's just doing normal small talk, like you're in an elevator.
Anyway, I do all this, and then I'm like, we're going,
What kind of small talk do you end up making? Do you be like,
Well,
was it raining when you came in?
I had to be about small talk about the subject. And like, so I was like,
so you look around the room and you're like, oh, are you into the alphabet?
How's mouth been?
Like I'm at the geography, the world history.
What's your favorite country?
World history. So I was sitting there with the world history. I'm like, I'm Tom Van. It's my son Tom Van. He immediately shakes his hand.
What do you think about India's 50% tariff?
Then I was like, should I tell this guy we just went to Sweden? I'm like, that's a part of the world.
Yeah.
That actually, I would approve that one.
Tommy just got back from Sweden.
I would approve that one. Yeah,
that's
a
good.
one.
No.
And so, of course, you didn't.
No. I told some bullshit. I'm like, me and my son, we love the world.
We're world lovers.
I'm like, I don't know.
You like Earth Day? Me and Tommy love Earth Day.
A speck of dust in the back of your class. You'll never even hear from him again. And if as long as he passes with C's or whatever, then
it's fine.
then
As
you'll
long as
never
you
hear
pass,
from
you're
me.
fine.
Anyway, so I did that, and I am terrified for him. And I don't know how to.
Yeah.
Like,
Who's scared more, him or you think?
Oh, me. So
I would imagine.
I get into the cafeteria, and then I'm like, I got to start throwing some money around.
What are you hiding money?
No.
You're paying the paying the chef?
No. It's just like
There's a million clubs to join.
Yeah.
There's a million T-shirts to buy,
tote
tote bags, water bottles, like gym kits. There's just a million things to buy.
The PTA, everybody's got
bumper
tables,
stickers, Boy Scouts, like the whole everything.
So I just started going table to table. I'm like, give me 2 Maitland middle school shirts, and I can buy that. I don't even know if it helps, but I'm like,
put them in 6 tote bags. Give me the water bottles.
It's good. Yeah. You go around, then you go to the PTA. I'm like, I take a picture. I'm like, definitely donate. I sign up. I'm like,
a booster club for the football team. I'm in.
You start spreading money around, and then that's how.
But are you committing yourself to things you can't because a lot of times
I don't think they want my
smell
help.
some overextending here.
Yeah, they just want
At this
the money.
point, they just want the money.
Yeah. They don't want me bumbling in there having to say. They want the say. They just want the money.
They want to stay in charge, and you to enable that by writing them a check.
Yeah. So then I did that. I was like, that's good. But I'm like, and then
and Tommy's cool with that, like because sometimes I know when parents do things, the kid will be like, hey, knock it off.
If you ask them what I did yesterday, he'd be like, I don't know. He's my son. He's not even. We're just dragging him around, and then I was like, do you want to go through a dry run of like I drop you off?
Well, let's talk about the money spending because it does work, but unfortunately, there's 6 lawyers and 4 hedge fund managers that also have kids at that school. And they dropped way more money.
I realized
they already did. I mean,
So they kind of they're like, thank you, and like if they lock eyes with you later, they'll be like, oh yeah, that guy paid for PTA or whatever, but like they remember, the lawyer who dropped $100,000. And those guys get favors.
Yeah. No, I know. It's because I saw them. I was like, that guy. I could tell when people are richer than I am.
Oh, you'll see
immediately,
dude,
just by the way they carry themselves.
No, they have shoes on.
No, just like I'm like, and they're Domerick. That's the fancy side of our. So there's a bunch of Domerick.
Big houses
guys,
over there.
Yeah. That Crystal still yells at me for.
But I bet they don't have 12 palm trees. Just throwing that out there. I'm on your team, buddy. I'm on your team.
The biggest sign was like at our school was always car rider pick up and drop off. There'd be like there'd be us in the silver minivan, and then at that point it was real fancy. The Going Teslas would be like pop their Gull wings open.
We got a lot of those.
Like that kid's rich.
We have one guy. We have one kid whose dad always brings either his Lambo or his R8. He has both, and you never know which one. They're both very, very loud. Did you get to do your dry run with him? Because I feel
he didn't want to do it.
I feel like that was more for you. That you took it right out of my mouth. I was going to say that's what you wanted to do to get him prepared. And let's run this one time. I'm with you.
Nah, he's like, I'll figure it out day of.
That's what I do. Is like when I have a doctor's appointment and I don't know where to park, I drive by there just to take a look at it so I know what the parking's like. You got to get a drive run.
See how long the drive
that's
takes.
real crazy.
I know it's crazy, but hey, I've never been caught off guard. When I pull up there, I'm like, I know how to do this.
Here's a way of wasting your life.
No caught off guard. Took me 3 minutes.
You're over preparing. But I did. I was like, "You want to go when you walk in first class?" He's like, "I got it." He's like in the cafeteria,
I like that.
and I'm like, "God damn!" And then now he's sending him to middle school.
Holy smokes!
And so hopefully,
and in band, I didn't know he chose band.
Yeah, he chose band.
What do you got to do, like chorus or band at that point or something?
I don't even know what the electives are, honestly, Ross. I should have known. Crystal, she's real involved.
God, back in my day,
you don't need 2 presidents. You only need one president.
No, you
No.
do.
Yeah.
And the best president is a woman.
Yeah.
I say.
And then I'll just do what I'm told, and then I'll be there for support.
Oh, you're there just in case the president dies.
Yeah.
You don't do anything.
That's why we travel in separate cars.
And then God help us if the president dies.
Because
Oh,
guess what?
Christ,
I left
then
it
we're
up to
in
the president.
big
I didn't
trouble.
learn shit. I'm cruising.
But you can. Give me 2 weeks. I'll figure it out.
Tom and Max launch the nukes.
Yeah. No one's done it yet. Might as well be me. Anyway.
God, when we did ours yesterday, it's amazing to me the number of kids that seem, like you said, seemingly are grown, like grown-ass kids.
No,
like they're
dude,
not
in middle school.
They're huge.
That's what Tommy's taking a class that and this year the school is under construction, so they had to smush everybody together.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing the 8th graders. I'm like, God damn, it's a difference between and it's a lot of it's perception because I think you see your kids younger than they are because that's how you remember them. Your brain doesn't see them as
Your
old.
brain doesn't catch up to how old they are.
Yeah.
Right until way later.
Yeah. I'm seeing them still as like kind of a baby young.
Right.
Yeah.
They're driving you around, but you just changed their diaper a minute ago.
Yeah. Ross knows.
Which if that were actual, that's really weird.
And then you got these 8th grade kids that are like, God damn, they're my height of a fucking mustache and like
the height thing has always been a problem for me. I deal with that in elementary school.
They already had a year or more of testosterone pumping. Like they got developed muscles and shit. And I'm like, God damn.
I bet you got some veiny balls.
Like this is like a step up, and then it was like freaking.
It
out.
hurts my heart to think that some of those middle schoolers, those boys, got bigger peckers than me just because I'm a smaller man. That hurts my heart. That's just science. I can't do anything about that. That's not changing that.
That is.
There's an 8th grader right now that's hung. It's got me by at least 6 ounces of meat down there, and that drives the shit out of me, man. That fucking makes me wild with anger.
Dwight Howard.
That's crazy.
Man,
there's nothing I can do. I can even get fat down there. Like what if I just tried to concentrate my fat down there and get a big old fat ding dong? Can't do it.
I don't think you can actually say Dwight Howard and man meat in the same sentence now. It's a touchy subject.
No, he took the power away, remember? Because I think he's bi, and remember he was texting his friend or whatever. He said, show me that meat.
Yeah.
So just give me the meat.
Yeah, that's
I
what
like that.
That's
He
what I'm saying.
He owned it.
That's what I'm saying. Anyway, all right, let's take a break, and when we come back, we get a bunch. Maybe we'll just do a dump them out.
Big one. Yeah, I like that.
I'll tell you how it is on the other side now, like with older kids going to school now.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
all right.
All right. I like that.
This is okay. We'll talk about it.
The name of the band, brand new music out. This is a weird one too because I know a lot of people have been waiting for this. We are very lucky to get to debut it. Brand new music from the band AFI. This is their brand new single entitled "Behind the Clock." Davey sounds a little
better
different.
than Good Charlotte.
Oh, they are. But this is a. I wouldn't say it's my favorite single. I'll be honest with you. It's a different style of vocals for Davey Havoc's.
It's a mediocre time with Tom and Dan.
Put some respect on my name.
Respect our name.
I ain't gonna say it no more.
You crack ass motherfuckers.
The song Goldfang. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan.
So, Ross, you were going to tell me about having older kids in school?
I got no kids going through where I have to do Meet the Teacher this year, but one of my kids had to go through orientation for a local university.
Okay.
Nice,
I did. I remember that.
Is it Tom and Dan's Podcast University? Because I don't remember seeing a McCoy in there. And it was all, we'll talk about it later.
There's money in that. I'll write that down.
Well, I only take on female clients, so that's why.
You can't afford it? Go to our student loan program right next door. It's conveniently
Excuse
located.
me while I change my hat.
In the office next door. I did that with my brother one time in Everest.
Next door.
He's actually he's going to Columbia School of Broadcasting, which is not actually a current school. He's just selling drugs in the parking lot there. It's an abandoned building. He's just going to it.
Oh man, I missed that place.
No, so this kid had to do orientation, which Tom now, I'm free and clear. I don't have to do shit. I'm not even invited to this shit, right? So orientation is on a Friday, so we get it on the calendar. My wife's on it. She gets them up early, gets them all makes them some eggs, gets them out the door.
Nice. Oh, that's what Tom does.
He's back.
Get the eggs going.
He's back in 35 minutes, and this school is about 25 minutes away. So it was a quick round trip, and we're like, "Whoa, that was a quick orientation." He's like, "So it turns out." It's a 2-day orientation, and I missed Thursday, so they won't let me do today, which is Friday. And we're like, that's fucking stupid. What's the fix here? He's like, don't worry, I rescheduled. They got me next week.
Well,
right?
if you can do a makeup, it'd be easier to do it on my own time anyway, and I wouldn't have to be there with all the other schlubs.
But at the end of orientation, you're allowed to register for classes. So the quicker you do that, the better off you are.
Because you may not get your classes. Gotcha.
So next week rolls around. He goes on we get him up bright and early on Thursday, get him out the door, and he goes and does his orientation on Thursday. And he's like, yeah, it was a bunch of rah pep stuff and whatever. They showed you the campus a little bit, no big deal, cool. So apparently on the Thursday session, they made a big deal about how you better be on time for Friday. So he shows up Friday 10 minutes late, and they have locked the doors on him, and he can't participate in the second day of orientation
again,
the second week in a row. And so he comes home and he tells us this, and we're like, you fucking stupid. And so he gets scheduled for, they will let him, this now third weekend, they will let him do, they're like, Thursday, you're all checked off. You're good to go. We'll just schedule you for the Friday session. And so Friday, we get him out the door so fucking early.
Get out of here. You
the
gotta go.
sun is not even up, and we're kicking him out the door. Go just sit in the hallway or
please,
whatever.
Get this done.
And he got it done.
Okay, great.
Although,
terrific. Congratulations.
I remember my orientation at UCF, and then going there, and then my mom and my stepdad Steve is there with and
they did drop you off from Miami though, right?
Goddamn proud of you, boy.
He put
I'm goddamn proud
best
of you.
Guy Harvey shirt.
Yeah, my kid's just driving down the 408 a little bit. He's not he's not going that far.
You're gonna be a real golden knight. Holy smoke! I never thought you'd be a real golden knight.
He didn't even know what the fuck. I'm virtually certain he never even heard of UCF. It was a different. It was
wait.
Are 2000?
There's my little citronaut. Come here. Put it. Oh my God! I'm so proud of you, my little citronaut. My little Pegasus. Oh.
Let me teach you carpentry. Which would have done me better. Anyway.
Hey, kid. College is gay.
But when I was there, I was like, I don't need to be here. And then the only thing is picking your classes. And then then it's like, okay, pick your classes. And I'm like, I guess this one.
Well, see, they say that.
You're
Ross
paying
said,
for it, and you say, I guess this one.
They say the only thing is picking your classes, but like Ross said, it was important because I can remember one semester I was conscientious and probably my first semester at Flagler, and I got everything I wanted. And then the second semester or whatever, I just kind of fucked off. And then when I went to get my classes, everything was gone. So and then I'm like, well, this is going to slow down my education.
This kid in particular, he got lucky because even though he was registering 3 weeks kind of behind the rest of everybody else, he had taken so many fucking AP classes. A bunch of that basic shit was already underneath him, so he was able to kind of jump up a level.
Nice.
And he was all right.
Hell yeah.
You do bring up a good point because I took a lot of college classes 1 day a week for 3 hours on Wednesday at 9:30 p.m.
Yeah. You get the shit that wanted. Seriously, I ended it.
Yeah, and then I'm like, God damn.
Yes. The scheduling.
There was
of it
one
all.
class, I think I talked about this
Never
years
learned
ago
my
on the
lesson.
show. There was one class I needed to get out of UCF with a degree in communications, a mass comm degree, and it was radio and TV production. The only time they ever scheduled the class was 3 p.m. And I was working at the radio station at the time, and I was like, can you ever change that class to a morning? They're like, it'll never be a morning. And I was like, well, then I'll never take the class. And that's why I dropped out. I kind of rossed that one. I was
That's
like, well,
hilarious.
you'll never see me. Bye.
Yeah,
I dropped out.
I was just about to scream, I never learned my lesson. And then it dawned on me of a situation this past week that happened that I was proud of myself for doing an adult Daniel Dennis type of move.
Well, I don't know about that. We got to know
I'll
what it
say
is
Andrea
first.
Dennis.
Yeah,
I
there
won't
you
say
go.
Daniel.
Don't give me any credit.
Andrea Dennis type of move where it's been raining like crazy every day, like crazy. The other 2 days ago, a storm came through that poured so much water, flooded our entire street, and
it's nuts.
dumping every afternoon. So I have a flooding problem, but I put in a series of pumps and some pumps.
Yeah, but you
and,
said it doesn't work, right?
Well,
Haven't you just
don't do any maintenance, so they get all clogged, and then they're broke.
I didn't know you had to do. I thought once you installed the pump, they just pumped the water out.
No, because then muck and mud and the mucky muck gets out, and then I can't get it out, and then it sucks up all the shit, and then it burns the pump out.
Well, why not hire a professional to do it right one last time?
No,
your inlets are too low, or you need some screening around your inlets.
Yeah. Well, it started with the screen, then then I was like had to.
You got low inlets? Oh man.
It started the screen, then I lost it, and then I was supposed to get a new one. I was like, oh fuck it, no screen.
I'm not afraid of any mucky muck.
And then it got all whoppajawed in the grate that sits there, so half of that's off. Anyway,
and then we started pouring cooking oil down it.
Point is that this last sump pump I bought, this was a year ago.
How many have you bought?
Oh,
they're just laying everywhere, right? The whole backyard is
bats.
I dump it in the trash.
Pumps everywhere.
And I'm like, I'm buying the 3-year Lowe's warranty, and then I'm buying it, and then I'm gonna take the box and put the receipt and the warranty in my garage, and then I'm gonna put it there. So
I'm gonna put it right on the trash.
So when this one burns out, I'll have the box and so fucking. Guess what? The monkey muck.
When this one burns out, he's already looking forward
He's
to
planning.
it. Yes.
He's happy. So you're giving yourself an award for planning on not maintaining your pump.
A piece of equipment.
So actually, you support this award.
Mm-hmm. So Crystal called me the other day, and she's like, "The backyard is flooding everywhere."
Well, what are you supposed to do about that? You're not God.
Well, that's what I think.
What the fuck?
That's what I think.
You look at it. I look at it. If I'm there, you're just gonna be yelling at me.
She wants to take the emotional tax on me for not cleaning the monkey muck.
Don't pick up the phone.
Yeah. No, I don't know what it's about. She called. I'm like, "Hello, my beautiful wife." She's like, "It's flooding again."
Just hang right on.
She's like, "The pump isn't working."
Say diarrhea. Hang off.
And then I was
Give her something to do. Tell her to go out with a toilet plunger and just plunge it. You know?
Go float around in it in a boat.
So I go out there. I'm like, oh, it's full.
Oh, the great.
And then it's making some buzzing. I'm putting my hands in there. Oh shit! I gotta unplug it. So anyway,
You're gonna shock yourself, right?
I
Who wired this thing?
I get it out.
Cannon? I don't even know where's he live now. I don't even know where Cannon's at.
I pull it out.
Buzzing, unrelated buzzing is probably a good sign in an electrical system in the rain.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, I saved the box and the fucking warranty. So I go get the warranty, and it says 3-year. Like, just take it back. It's like it was.
How many months
$50.
in are we, by the way, when this thing
1
burns
year.
out? Okay, 12 months. You got 12 months out of this 36-month pump.
Yeah. And then so I'm like, oh, it's got a 1-year warranty. I
Well,
bought
hold
the
on.
Lowe's.
Isn't it like, I would imagine this pump could last up to 10 years, but it's 36 years.
Yeah,
They're giving it 36 years for old mucky muck.
And you're constantly running it, no maintenance. It's just out in the rain all the
if
time.
you're oiling it up or whatever,
Right.
getting all the sticks out, and fuck that. No one's doing that. Anyway, so I'm like, I put it back in the box.
You can't even get the sticks out of it.
I cleaned it a little bit because I'm like, they'll know that I left it in the monkey book
Yeah.
if I don't.
You're like somebody that gets their car washed before you trade it in, right? Yeah.
So then I put it back in the box, and I'm like, all right, I'm taking it back to Lowe's.
As soon as they see that box, they're like, we got a monkey muck. They know. They fucking know, man. As soon as they see the box.
And so I go in there, and then I go to Lowe's a lot. It's like
your escape from your family.
My escape. I go there, like I wander around, high out of my mind.
Fred and Barney would go to the bowling alley.
I'm wandering around the
85% return.
And so they don't give a shit. These big, like no one even. I worked in a Home Depot in a day that actual carpenters and plumbers worked there, like old retired men that
old man.
Like an old man plumber would actually get, like, he's like, I was a plumber for 20 years and I'm doing this for because my wife died. And, whatever. And he'd tell you shit. Now
I
it's
need
just
people to talk to.
Eddie hated you sleeping up in the rafters and the insulation.
But now it's just a bunch of anybody, like retail employees.
I want robots.
Yeah,
so I can just hold the box up and it's like, do you need to return that?
No one knows nothing. I ask them a question. They're Googling it. I'm like, oh, I could do that. What the fuck? Yeah, like you're Googling the
what
question.
are you asking them?
Yeah, I mean, they used to know something. Anyway.
Last time we went, we were getting a big sheet of like plywood or something, but we needed like an 1/8 of an inch cut off of it or whatever. And they got a machine that does that. So we asked the guy to do it, and he started doing it, and he did it wrong, and the machine broke, and he goes, all right, well, we can't do that today. And then
we doesn't know what he's doing. He's like, well, what the hell are you asking me for?
That machine has been broken for like 4 months now.
I like that. It ended with you, man. I like that.
So I'm standing there, and then I'm like, all right, this should be easy. But now I see the lady in returns is like having some sort of problem. Like, and there's like another dad there.
Ma'am, we can't return a sump pump with sticks all in it.
Oh, you got very uncomfortable.
No, the guy's trying to return something with like washers, and they're giving him shit over like it's missing a washer, and he's like, what? Come on. Like, and then she's like,
what the hell is it?
And I'm like,
that 38 cents matters.
like, oh my God, I got the one employee that gives a shit. And we're, like, oh, fuck. So then I go up there, and so then I'm like, here's a sump up. They're like, okay, is it broken? I'm like, yeah, it's making some buzzy sound, but I got the warranty. And
I don't know. I got in there. There's a monkey face in there. I don't know what happened. My wife
you can look at it. It's pretty clean. I wiped it down.
I cleaned it myself. You know.
So then
looks like a brand new one. I'll tell you that.
Easy breezy. They were like, okay, no problem, sir. You bought the $50 thing that you've been screaming it's a scam for years.
You bought these. I see you have scam protection scam here.
So they refunded me the money, and then I go get, and they're like, whatever. So I'm like, oh, great.
Free sump pump.
So I'm like driving. I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm like, I
Were
did
you
it.
really driving yelling for you?
I'm like, I did what a responsible adult does. And I get the protection plan. I used it.
Yeah.
I've never used any of this shit. So I get there. I'm like, I'm going to throw this pump back in. And now when it pours, it's not going to flood. The old lady calling me, all this shit. I get back.
Did you consider cleaning the pipes at any point?
So I realized and then I'm like, oh shit, I left like the basically the sump pump, there's a hose that screws onto it, right? And there's a plastic adapter that screws into the sump pump.
And that's your own personal property.
Yes, and then that
not now. It
so shit, I left it.
You returned it.
You
returned it to Lowe's.
And I put it in the box.
I've seen this on TV. They won't. Once it's back there, sometimes they will not. They'll be like, sorry.
No, I put the orange tape on it, sir. You're done.
Yeah. So then I was like, okay, well, it was nighttime already, and then I was like, tomorrow morning I'll swing by.
Oh, you're gonna wait till tomorrow?
Why sitting there?
It'll be gone.
There's a pile of goddamn trash there. Every time I go, there's shopping carts
different
of
trash.
shit.
You know how many sump pump people like you that are out there that just dump their trash
I
back
used
at Home
to
Depot?
work at a Home Depot 25 years ago. They never do shit. They never take the thing back.
And it's going to be a different guy in the morning, and he's not going to want to go sift through that trash, especially.
Or he may not even know what you're saying is real. I mean, you sound like a scam artist to me.
So then I go back the next morning. Then I go back to returns. I'm sitting there waiting, and I go up, and I'm like, hey, I returned a sump pump. It should be around here in this pile of trash.
That you guys didn't put away because you're incompetent. I hope you said that.
Yeah. Like,
if you just let me come back there, I could probably find it real quick.
I'm like, I used to be Home Depot, so I'm cool. You know, I know the deal.
Flash your badge.
I know the secret handshake.
And then the person's like, he's like, oh no, they already took it to the back. And I know the back because I remember that's where me and the Grizz smoke weed back there.
Did you say that? And he's like, I know the back. Good.
Yeah. And they were like, I'm sorry, they already took it. And then they looked at each other like, oh yeah, they took all the returns to the back already. There's nothing we could do. And then I'm like,
but you played it cool. You're like, I know where that is. No big deal.
So, I was like, well, first of all, in my mind, I was like, well, there is something you could do.
You could go to the back.
You could just easily it's in a pile and just get my little plastic thing.
You may be even able to hit 3 buttons and call the back. And just tell a guy.
They're smoking weed back there. That's what I'm saying.
Which means they're not going to answer the phone, so you better walk to the back.
So
there's even odds you could even just walk back there and say, hey, Grizz, and a guy will answer.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, go look in the box. So
it's back here.
So then I was like, but I'm not like Ross. I don't want to start a problem where like, hey, well, you could call them. I'm not going to tell.
Wait a minute. You don't have to say it like that. You can ask nicely, can't you? Like, what happened to that? What happened to say?
What are you talking about?
What happened to say, like, I really fucked up here. I'm really sorry. Would it be possible for you to call back there and see if they have the sump pump? Because
I'm bothered. No, because
hat in hand. Come there, hat in hand.
No, instantly they're like, oh, Jesus Christ.
You're assuming that.
That's what. Oh, I know they're thinking that. They're like, oh, this guy wants a shit. Like, we can't do. What are you doing, sir? I told you, get the fuck out of here.
Shit.
And I think you forget what happened last time they tried to withhold my property from me at a major hardware store where they took my receipt
the
for the refrigerator and they said, you didn't buy a refrigerator today. I said, all right, thank you, good day. And I just went and got a hand truck and took my fucking refrigerator.
You should have gone to the back.
I would have gone to the back with a box knife, found my box, cut it open, gotten the piece off.
Ross rules dictate that you should have gone to
and
the
then
back
left.
and gotten your adapter.
Just fucking left.
So I did go to the back.
That.
First I went to go see if I could just buy an adapter because I was like, what are you doing? Just
Path of least resistance.
Yeah, path of least resistance. Just go buy the
I'll
shit.
be out.
So then I went and I found the adapter, but you got to buy it in the hose pack. There's 2 adapters in there. Then I was gonna.
Was that driving you crazy that there was an extra one in there? Because that's not efficient, and I know you love efficiency.
I was gonna steal it because then to tell the story about how I stole it. But I'm like, I'm 43 years old. I can't be stealing shit.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
Can you imagine if you got arrested for that? How fucking embarrassing it is for stealing an adapter for a sump pump.
I'd take off running.
I'd have to quit. I mean, like you'd be the front page of the Sentinel. You'd be like, this guy's got a drug problem.
Just turn Christian. You're fine.
I wish at the front page of the Sentinel, no one would see it. It's on Facebook. They'll see it. Anyway, so I go to. So then it was like, I'm like, do I buy the whole shit? It was like $11. I'm like, just buy it, you piece of shit. I'm yelling at myself. And then I'm like, well.
But then you got to buy the $50 protection plan too. And so that's right.
Well, it just hoses. But then I'm like, wait a minute, the back is right here. It's in the plumbing section.
And I have my ninja mask in my pocket.
Your box is right there.
It's
so
you
close.
knew it was there. You could feel it.
Yeah, I remember when I worked at Home Depot, they took all the returns that they'd have to send back to the manufacturers. It's all, and they wrap it in shrink wrap.
You're using your Steven Seagal spider sense to find out where it is.
So it's back there. They're like, and where all the returns are, and then the defective products.
Are there some
shit.
pallets back there?
And there's pallets and
some
stuff.
boxes, cardboard boxes.
So then I walk back, and there's no door. It's just a big open, like a huge door that you can fit.
You got to play dumb, and you're good at that. You got to wander. You're going to wander.
There are a number of signs that say employees only past this point. You can ignore those very easily.
Act Eastern Bloc.
They can't assume that you read. That's wrong.
So then I'm standing there, like I don't want to cross the threshold because I feel like there's disrespectful.
You're just like you putting your hands up against the force barrier, like feeling it out.
That's like vampire in a church.
So
I'm bursting the flames if you pass.
So I'm looking back, and there is what appears to be me and Black Grizz back there talking, right? In the back.
Hey, what are you gonna steal tonight? Probably batteries again.
Put it in your shoes. Anyway,
I got drill bits.
So then I'm standing there, and then I'm like, I need to get their attention because just be like, excuse me, can you, like, my sump pump is back there in a piece. Like, all you have to do is open the box and then unscrew
like
the
waving
piece.
your hand.
So I start waving, like,
hello.
They're like looking at some paperwork or whatever.
And
I'm like,
the person whose job this is to do this, you unsuccessfully, you didn't manage to talk them into this, but you think these kids who are not supposed to do what you're about to say, you're going to talk them into doing
weirder.
it?
See, I'm glad you mentioned it. It is weirder to me that at the moment, you just a simple ask, but you didn't. You went back there and made it harder.
Yes. If you had applied your plan to the first clerk, you have a chance. But now your plan has no chance against these kids. There's no fucking way.
I was gonna tell them. I was like,
I used to work at a Home Depot.
no, I was gonna say my brother works at Lowe's.
Though, and how long do they want to stand there and listen to this
And they
bullshit?
look at themselves and they're like another fucking ex-plumber.
And you sound like a crazy person.
So as I'm waving, and then they look up from the paper, see me, look right into my eyes, and then I'm like, hey, and then look back down at the paper. And then I went home. And then I was like,
so you waved at you and Black Grizz and went home.
At this point, I'm not, like, it was obvious that they were not interested in helping some customer waving at them at the threshold.
Or that lady at the front radio's back and like, if that weirdo's back there trying to get his sub pump, don't help it.
Anyway.
Or they've just developed the knowledge that any guy that stands at that invisible line will not come back and harass them. So they know if they just ignore you, there's nothing to be done.
As soon as they go over there and engage, then now.
Oh, if you would cross the line, they would have come right up towards you, sir.
I'm too much of a pussy.
Did you put the pump in? Are you good now?
No.
Because he doesn't have the adapter.
So
he
my
can't
truck.
hook it up to the hose.
I'm coming up with plan B.
I'm gonna make my own adapter.
You're talking about this story, and you're hoping Big Rick will come over with an adapter.
So much of I'm joking. It wasn't him.
It was definitely not Big Rick. Shout out to Big Rick.
Also, no one cares about it. Anyway, I'm trying to explain. I'm like, I try to keep it cool. Doesn't care.
You know what? That's an all-time favorite story of mine because you were tortured. You were literally tortured the entire time.
All right. Let's do some dump 'em out
All right,
topics
you
that
want
we
to
have.
That's what Big Rick did in your toilet.
We'll jump into it. We'll just jump into it. We'll just jump into dump 'em out early. Remember, I didn't put the. Well, no, I said I had it. I had it over here. I put it on. Here we go. Let's do some dump 'em out.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show.
The middle.
So come on, baby. Let's dump them out and play. I want to see your topics. Ooh, I want to also see your bottomics.
Dump 'em out brought to you by our two big events coming up in November, the weekend before Thanksgiving weekend. It's Bad at Business Beer Fest, a free beer fest in Sanford, downtown Sanford, and the sofa races, sofas and suds, happening the next day in Sanford. Both events start around 2. We're telling everybody, of course, just like every year, show up at noon for the beer fest to grab your sample cup and your free gift bag.
First 500 get a free gift bag, and that's what we'll be giving out those wristbands. You do need a valid photo ID, no exceptions, but you can taste really good beers. We have some very, very good breweries that will be out there this year, and we'll have vendors and food trucks out there.
Some THC beverages, that's a big thing.
Yeah, THC beverages, live music, and we can say who it is because somebody already called us on it and was like damn happy about it. Silver Lining will be there.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they'll be there.
No, we already booked them.
Oh,
We're
okay.
good.
Make sure.
And
people were happy about that though. They're a great band.
Yeah, because they could play really good popular
Any
music
style.
that everybody likes, and then it's kind of
I don't know about that.
it's a universal that you will like a Silver Linings Band.
Yeah. Speaking of music, let's jump to this. It's on the list.
And it was great just watching.
And it's not some drastic difference from like their previous music.
no,
It's like, okay, great, more
That
Sublime.
song was
Yeah.
the lean-in. That was the
You got
Sugar
the
Ray.
tattooed frog doing the sound effects. Frog man.
Bud is his name. That's the.
That's a weird.
That's the Sugar Ray, right? It's like we wrote Fly, so the next one we come out with is going to be similar. We're going to give you a little taste of what you want. That song,
Right. If we wrote that and it was a gigantic hit and everybody loved it, sure, here, have some more of that, and we'll take more success.
He encapsulated all of the stuff that we like from his dad. There's some scratching in that. There's probably a dog bark or two. There's some beach noises.
He's doing
That's
it.
him. He's singing. He's doing whoa, whoa, yeah. He done all the Bradley singing, and he puts it into a tiny thing, and then the two guys are the same guys, and there we have it, and it's good.
And he's doing what we all wanted him to do, which is mimic his old man and give us what your old man gave us. And for sure, and me and Dano are having this conversation, he's mimicking him, right? I know he's got it naturally. He's his son, but he's also like mimicking the way his dad used to sing.
I would agree with that.
It sounds like he is.
That's why I say leaning in. I think already when you listen to Jacob's Castle, his band.
I was about to say, I wonder what he would do with a different band. Because here he's singing for Sublime. So, like you said, he's leaning into it a little bit.
It kind of sounds like his dad with his band. But then
nothing close to this.
But not like this. Like when you.
So he's singing for Sublime.
Yeah. So when you hear him in this, it would be like no different than when, Coverdale Page. You know, when David Coverdale was singing with Jimmy Page to give you the sort of the sound of Led Zeppelin. I mean, it worked.
I
mean, it works, and he leaned in enough, and that the song is called. I wrote it down here. What's it called? Ensalada, and it's good. It's a good tune.
I'm usually, with me and music, I like going to see.
You're in touch with everything. You're up on top of the pop.
I'm going to see Sublime if they come here. Also,
this one moved the needle. Like I put this on. I said, listen to it. He stood in the doorway and froze.
Yeah, it's good.
The same guy who said that the Weeknd's "Hurry Up Tomorrow" every song sounded the same. That guy.
Yeah, but this ticks his nostalgia heart, man.
Absolutely.
It's hard to find stuff that move his needle because
sure.
he's got a fucked up needle.
But this is basically the same, and I'm like, I'm gonna enjoy it while it lasts. Until the frog does.
I don't think the frog has much longer. Bud looks real bad.
He does.
He's the bass player, and
he's the guy who does the.
He does like keyboards and bass. And he's the fatter, larger man with he's covered in tattoos. He has sometimes leopard print haircut. Sometimes he wears a cat in the hat.
Overalls,
Yeah, he is, and physically he is got to be in poor health. And I'm not saying that as a dig. It's just like you look at him and he's
visually.
It looks his
Well,
tummy.
they
he's got
partied
tight,
a lot.
He's got the tight tummy.
Yeah. I mean, at one point they're all doing heroin, and
were they all doing it, or was it just Bradley? I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure the others tried it, right? They snorting.
Look, if Bradley's doing it, Frog's doing it.
Yeah, they're speedball. Yeah. Just you wonder, some people are more apt to get a super addictive.
He, showed them where the line was, and they just dialed it a hair back from him.
Yeah,
and they're fine.
Oh man, rough. Hey, do you guys have this problem? And it has to do with artists that are no longer with us. If an artist dies, like Ozzy, he's gone. Sometimes it's hard for me immediately to go back to their music. It's almost like, and I don't know if this is because I'm a more emotional person, sometimes I got to give it a couple months or like even years and then go visit it. If it's fresh, for whatever reason, it's weird to me. I did the same thing with Nirvana. It was like right after Kurt Cobain died. It was like it felt weird, or it felt like in a weird way disrespectful to go and listen to it because he was dead. I don't know. I don't know what that is. But if there's been enough time, I feel like, oh, they're a legend. I can listen to it now.
But I'm sure radio plays Spike immediately after. Like, I bet Crazy Train's being played like 600 times more than it was last week.
But there was most radio stations did Ozzy all day. That's what.
So you're getting slammed with it. If you want to stay away from it, it's hard.
Yeah.
So we came up with this idea.
The funniest thing to throw on a WNBA court?
Well, that's another part of dumping out.
Let's jump into it.
Okay, well, let's go there.
No, it's fine. We're doing free form today.
Derail you.
Free form.
We talked about this. This is on Dump 'Em Out lists. We talked about this on Monday. Someone threw a dildo on the WNBA court, and we speculated that it was going to be copycat.
Would it happen again?
Yeah.
I was at the poker room the other night, like the night after that, playing poker, and some of the dealers had like a pool going, and I'm not sure exactly. They were either betting on like would it happen again, and what the color was, and like they had like a number of like prop bets on WNBA dildos going like in and of themselves at the poker room.
That's funny.
So the first one happened.
Degenerates. That's coming from me.
I love that. The first one happened July 29th. That was a Tuesday. Golden State versus Atlanta, and the person was arrested and now faces charges in a 1-year ban. Then Friday, August 1st, there was another one. Another one where sex toy.
Are the charges the same if it's not a dildo?
No, I think
if you threw a Twizzler on there, or something. Okay. I don't know, anything else? Is it the same?
What if a lady used the Twizzler to fuck herself before you threw it?
Okay, well, then we'd have to call Cabin Boy. Yay! Okay, sorry.
He said never. He said he's got a family now.
I hate to say this, but that's a good question, and I hate giving you that badge, but that is a great question because one of the articles I read today is that yes, you can get a separate charge because what you're throwing is could be considered inappropriate. So there's like an indecency.
Or like lewd and lavacious.
Yeah,
or
there's like another level.
Mm-hmm.
So Twizzler, that's a great question.
There's kids there.
Yes.
So if you throw a paper airplane, that's one thing. But if you throw a paper airplane folded out of a page from a Hustler magazine, totally different charges.
Well, I mean, you're not necessarily
you're
not necessarily wrong because one of
these,
I think the one on Tuesday, August 5th, so that would have been the third one. The person that went to throw the green dildo, it didn't make it to the court. It hit a guy and landed next to his 9-year-old daughter. So you're not wrong with what you're saying with your Twizzler question.
Yeah,
because I think they beefed up the charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the last one happened yesterday, August 7th. The closing seconds of Atlanta Dream versus Chicago Sky. There was another one. The other three were green. This time it was a purple dildo.
Oh, and that guy thought he was being so rebellious.
Then there was another article I read that there is a company that owns a meme coin called Green Dildo Coin, and it was all a stunt to try and boost the price of their meme coin.
No.
But I don't believe that. I think they created Green Dildo meme coin after the dildos happened to try and capitalize on what's happening organically. And it's also not a conservative against like trans or gay or women playing basketball. By the way, guys, it has nothing to do with that. It's not even. It just happens to be a dildo, and they threw it on the court. That's what it is.
Well, like we said, this happened during NFL games.
It's not. But everyone wants to write this weird. It's not that deep. You're trying to make it like some conspiracy where it's interwoven into politics. I just don't think it is.
It's
just a dildo.
So it looks like it is going to continue to happen. But Daniel told me that the second time it did happen, they were laughing about it.
Oh, the girls on the court were laughing.
Which takes the power away and makes it better for them for it not to happen again. Because if you laugh at it and it's all fun, then I feel like that takes the power away from the dildo throwers, because you want the response to be appalled, disgusted. How could anybody do this? You kick it out, anger. You know, like, if you laugh, then it's kind of like it does take the power away from the prank, I think. And that's the best response, so this doesn't happen again.
You don't think people would see it and say, like, I like that.
Yeah.
So they like it. Maybe I'll throw more dildos.
Right.
No,
It's an encouragement of a sort. Like, there's a certain person out there that's like, oh, yeah, the girls are into it, too. Okay, that was the one thing holding me back to the dildo store.
No, because the trolls want you to fight. A troll wants a fight. You see what I'm saying?
They do want, and they want it to go on as long as they can.
But there's more than one type of people in the world. And so maybe a troll, like, started this, but now that, like, the girls are giggling about it and everybody's into it, and then there's, like, Vegas odds on it, like maybe dudes will just start doing it for a laugh.
The one that I saw where they were laughing, the girl, it was when the girl kicked it. She kind of put her hands up as if to say, ew, you know, like, you know, how I think most people would react that way to a dildo landing near them. You'd kick it and go, ew, or something, you know?
The real competition and the real, like, odds should be on who can get the tiniest dildo to the floor. Because, like, you're better odds with, like, if you got, like, a big old 12-incher with some ball heft to it, that's an easy throw. You know, if you got, like, a little 3-inch just vibrator-only type of situation, that's hard to get down to the floor.
I saw, speaking of mini dildos, I saw something on TikTok.
Why are you looking at me?
They were like, oh, this is good.
The crazy part is you said that same sentence at Meet the Teacher.
Great icebreaker.
They're like, buy this bag of mini dicks that screw on to the air part of your tire as a prank. So you unscrew.
Like a valve stem cap.
A valve stem cap. So it's valve stem cap dildos that screw on to people's valve stem caps.
And the idea is to screw these on all WNBA players' cars. Is that what we're doing?
Hey, maybe
it is sexist. Maybe I was wrong. You know, I was wrong on that one. Then I guess
you screw it onto the valve stem as a prank to one of your friends in the person.
I think Angel Reese will beat my ass if I start screwing some dildos on her Bentleys. You got a badass Bentley. I'm putting dicks on her.
I'm like, this is a good prank for your friends, right? Because you probably wouldn't notice it for a long
while.
time. And then you're in
what
school.
color are they? If they're black, they'll roll forever. If they're black dildos,
you can get any color. Any color.
But then get black, because if you are brown, dark brown, I think you could run a dark brown dildo on the valve stem for a very long time.
It's funny. Then you wouldn't know until you go to Wawa to fill up your air and tires, or you go to Valvoline and you get an oil.
Somebody would see it.
Somebody
would see it walking up.
They just are laughing, and then you'd be like, "What happened?" They're like, "Ma'am, you've got this penis on there." Or would they take it off and just like check the air and put it back on? Probably. Would they tell you?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Anyway,
it's almost worth it to do it and then go to like a Jiffy Lube or something, or a 5-minute oil change, and see what they would say.
Yeah, you can probably 3D print them now. I mean, I bet there's a 3D printer thing. You know,
that's really big. In fact, Run the Jewels sold a series of valve stem. They did the hands, the two hands, and you could buy both of them, and I bought them, and they were actually 3D printed for Run the Jewels.
Now, how pissed off Daniel's? This is perfect for Daniel. How pissed off?
I don't know what you're saying here.
What
am I being fired out of a cannon, or
no? If someone took the valve stem off, because you have to replace it. So,
I've had somebody do that before on my car. It really pisses me off.
Yeah, but because even with the prank, you still have the person's valve stem, or unless you leave it there on the tire for them, but they wouldn't know. They just drive away. So you're essentially, once they find out this prank, they're not going to have another valve stem cap to put on.
It depends, because if it's just one of those basic black ones, you can go pick those up at any auto parts store. But if it's like some specialty chrome ones, I don't know, probably for your Tesla, that you probably have some.
No, you know what? Standard. I am so much more utilitarian with this car than I have ever been with any car. I used to run the stainless ones, the nice ones on my GTIs. I'd run everything stainless and make them.
There you go.
Man, with that car, I run that car. I beat that car to death. I drive that car. So I just use the little plastic ones.
But if it was one of your Volkswagens, a nice Volkswagen, and you had like the good
hell.
chromies, and then you took them off and lost them,
mad
maybe.
as hell.
Because
they're expensive. I think like a pack of them for the chrome ones is like $20.
I think I told you guys before, there in Cheswick, PA, there's like 3 things to do, and one of them was ride your bicycle to the movie theater lot and steal chromies. And so we would steal a lot of chromies off of cars. That's what we call them, chromies, the little valve stem caps that were chrome. And then, you put 2 on your bike, and then you have 85 on your bookshelf. And then every once in a while you run into like nice ones that were like dice. right?
Oh,
The dice
the dice.
ones.
I have those,
We're good.
yeah.
And then sometimes like a bullet or a bullet case. Those are good ones.
I
too.
collect a lot of weirdo, which is why I bought the Run the Jewels valve stems, because I'm going to put them on my electric scooter if I ever get it finished. Jesus Christ. The battery's in, finally.
We should make some of these, 3D print some. I'll have my sister do it. She's got a big industrial 3D printer.
She can print the dick ones. I've seen them online.
And then give them to 1095ers next year for medium appreciation. We'll do that.
That's a great idea.
So
Should make you little heads, like little Tom and Dan heads.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be
I would
good.
rock that on my scooter, too. Yeah.
All right, let's take a break.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll come back and we'll knock out the rest of these topics. I want to talk about humanoid robot fights. I want to talk about pickpocketing monkeys.
Yeah, we can.
So far beyond pickpocketing.
We can jump in that a little bit. Maybe talk
These are
about
straight up like Rico charge monkeys.
Did you see the new virtual check-in that they have at La Quinta now? La Quinta.
No. But
It's spooky.
Okay,
I'll tell you about it.
It's got to be standing at the desk for 25 minutes until
Nope.
that person comes back from break.
Nope, even stranger than that. Brand new music from Laura Jane Grace. I hope that she's okay. I think there's having a rough time. I think she canceled her entire tour. The name of the song is New Year's Day. Here we go. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time. Enjoy this. 1-844-TOMNDAN if you want to call. Show at tomanddan.com if you'd like to leave an email.
New Year's Day, I'm all alone. No one's calling to come over. Dirty dishes in the sink. Last year's festa stuck on me. I sent a letter to a friend. I'm wishing you all of my best. I hope that one day you'll forgive me. Then I forgive myself. The hardest part of getting sober is pouring yourself out of the bottle. No one to blame. The problem is me. I quit drinking, but I'm still swallowing. I'm still swallowing. Make a list of resolutions. I'll decide just who I am. And even if I don't keep them, at least I'm setting an intention. The future's coming into view. Won't give the past what I've got left in 1 year's time on this same day. I swear to God I will be changed. The hardest part of getting sober is pouring yourself out of the bottle. No one to blame. The problem is me. I quit drinking, but I'm still swallowing. No one to blame. The problem is me. I quit drinking, but I'm still swallowing. I'm still swallowing.
O-Town's #1 rock station, Z159 FM. Your only home for the Hot Tub and Mini Fridge Morning Show and Dump 'em Out Fridays.
Ooh, yeah, a hot tub and mini fridge. Keep me cold and hot.
Ross McCoy is here. How you doing, Ross?
Hey, guys.
So
Dan's intro so much better.
you.
I do a quality
I said, "How you doing?"
I do a
What
quality
else you
intro.
want?
For you, that was an 8 out of 10. No, don't
Okay,
get me
okay,
wrong. Dan's just better.
I do a quality intro. Some would say, though, it's corny, is a little corny. Because being the
Not on this
oldest,
couch.
I'm the corniest one on the show,
Nobody on this
guaranteed.
couch
Because
would say that.
I'm an old man.
Yeah, I don't even know why we're introducing ourselves. Like, if
Yeah,
I was listening to this
I know.
podcast, I'd be like,
You
I've
know
been
why?
here the whole
Because
time. What the fuck?
It just feels like a presentation. It feels like if we
I know,
don't
I'm
do
joking.
it, then we're fucking around, and that's the dumb old man in me.
I like a podcast where they start, and like you've downloaded it, and you see it's like it's the Tom and Dan show with special guest Adam Ray or whatever, and then they start, and then they act like they have to introduce the guest. We're not going to talk to the guest for a second until we introduce. Well, I know who it is. I read it in the description.
Right. Also, I know what the show. I know what the show is. I know the fucking host.
I'm listening to this because Adam Ray is on the show. Right.
Yeah.
But I downloaded this one because that guy.
Right.
But you're acting like it's a big secret. Okay.
But it's weird because without the introductions and the stuff, it's hard to start.
It is.
Like you just don't go just like, all right, let's
so
get
is that
into
a
it.
crutch though?
No, because I remember I had a karate teacher, and like he was very big on follow through. So you punch, and after you punch, you pull back. Very important. And he was very focused on the fact that like if you did that, your punch was better. So your punch up front would be better if you did the counteraction after. Somehow the after effects affected the before effects. You understand?
Okay.
So
that's mumbo
magic exists. I'm just saying.
Now
magic
you're
is
telling
real.
me the end result adjusts the beginning
That's
result.
a magic mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
Right. No.
Airborne works if you believe in it, so just believe in it and take it, and you're fine.
Oh my God! You broke my mom's heart, and she died when you told her that she was a goddamn liar for loving Airborne.
No.
It works if you believe in it.
You told her to her face.
Science proved it works if you believe in it. So just believe in it and take it.
I
and
don't
you're fine.
believe in that. The Airborne stuff.
That it won't work.
I don't believe in any
won't
of
work
it.
for you.
Yeah, it won't
Save your money.
because I'll never believe in it.
I am now at the age where all around me people are doing mumbo jumbo, and I just let it go. I'm just like, all right, thank you. Like
What's your
used to
least
be like,
favorite
what are
mumbo
you-
right now? What's your least favorite mumbo going on right now?
Oh man, there's a lot. There's a lot of it. God, I still
don't get yourself into trouble.
I still see people worried about getting germs by touching things, and I'm like, I think they've already. That's whatever.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah,
Anyway.
things are going
That
well
is
now.
probably the top way you acquire germs.
It's my mumbo's different than your mumbo. Yeah. We all got different mumbos. Mine's over here. Yours is
If your doctor came right out of the bathroom and he clearly hadn't washed his hands and he starts touching you, that's
and you're like, he's like, all right, open your mouth. He's like,
that's germs and touching things.
La Quinta, real quick, because I mentioned it.
Yeah.
Like and there's an article about it, you can go and look, but basically now in certain cities they're going to have these hotels that you could check in, and it's all on an iPad. So you walk up to the iPad and you log in, and then a guy comes on the screen, and it's like, it might as well be Running Man or Terminator or some
Is
dystopian.
it an actual person?
No, it's a person off site.
Okay, but it's an actual person.
It's an
off site.
but it is an actual person, and then they will like
from India or something like it's like it's a they're outsourcing an entire staff that they used to have to pay to be,
which is not super unusual. I've done like a late night check-in where they're like buzz yourself into the lobby, and then there'll be a phone where you call a night attendant who's not on site maybe or in their room somewhere.
Yeah, this is like
and
where
they just answer the phone.
Well, and I personally think this is cool. I tried to do this when I went up to Ponte Vedra to see John Moreland last year.
Yeah.
I tried to check into that hotel where you could just do it from your phone.
Yeah.
This is like that. You walk up, the person's in India, you're talking to the iPad, he logs you in, and then he gives you, whatever. I guess your key falls into a little box, you get your key out.
Dude, I've seen it. Where's your phone?
Yeah, they beep you in. Yeah, I did that, but the phone thing didn't work. I'd rather have a key. It's a little unreliable.
Yeah. But it's like it's becoming automated, obviously, and then that's again. We're not going to have any jobs.
Dude, I wonder if the customer service suffers if you need something. Because I like 2 weeks ago, we went to the beach for a night, and I booked a room in a hotel like last minute. I went online, searched the beach we wanted to go to, like beachfront, found a price I liked, and I was like, it was like Expedia or whatever was like $20 cheaper than just going through their website.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm going to go through like Sand and Shell Resort website or whatever, right? And so I did, and I booked it. And then I immediately noticed I'd booked it for a week later than I wanted to stay by accident. Like I wanted to stay on 22nd. I booked it for the 29th, and I was like, fuck. And I called them, and she's like, let me check. And she's like, yeah, since you booked through us, I can change it. But I wonder if this kiosk, if like you just book your thing through the iPad, and if you fuck up, you're fucked.
No, you and I did that one
you go
time.
to hotels.com as to be, and then they're like,
then you can't change it.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling A Mediocre Time. Who's this?
This is Rob Vaney with the Vaney Report, and I have your 3 top stories.
Oh, okay, it's right. Okay, go ahead.
If you were real, you would have already attacked me, sir.
All right, give us the 3 tough stories.
Pamela Anderson is making headlines with her new home and patio door store. What makes her doors unique is that they all come with a set of huge knockers.
That's very good. You got Tom.
No offense to Zany, but that
yeah, keep going.
That's
You got
better
Tom.
than what Zany was bringing.
But in the same time frame. Yeah.
And I like the voice. Go ahead.
In my next news story, it's about a Florida river that's drying up. Unfortunately, it's no longer current.
Supported.
No longer current.
Supported by me with the double callback. Go ahead.
That's a straight up popsicle stick joke.
Final. But sometimes I like them.
There's street jokes and then there's Laffy Taffy jokes.
That's a bazooka joke.
I'm gonna game show Drew. I'm gonna figure out how he developed this joke. He got a popsicle joke and then just made up the Florida River drying up.
Yeah, he just made it topical. Okay, last one.
Well, he said in news, Pamela Anderson. He didn't even say why she's in the news or anything. He just
She is
said,
in the news, though. She is very relevant right now.
True.
For our last news story, I'll have to use the time machine. I'll make it in here real quick. It worked. Actor-comedian Bob Saget says he's never gone on a Disney vacation. He then doubled down by saying, "You wouldn't catch me dead in Orlando." Back to you.
There he goes. All right.
Oh, Drew.
Game show Drew. What's his wife doing when all this is happening? Because he's a successful and he's an attractive guy. Like, you can look at him and tell that his wife is going to be like something very similar to him.
Yeah.
Attractive and successful. So what is she doing the entire while he's creating these wild and embarrassing game shows and calls?
A lot of people's husbands have like goofy, embarrassing hobbies.
You talking to me?
Yeah. Every husband has a goofy, embarrassing hobby that the wife is embarrassed by and just has to. But she has to let him have it because she's like, well, if he's not doing that, then I gotta blow him, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna let him do.
God.
That's how wives think.
Wife over here.
That's
man.
how wives think.
Right.
I'm just telling you, and every wife is listening. It's like, yes.
No.
Yeah, hobbies ever blowjob.
That's in the Bible. You're either podcasting or getting a blowjob.
I'm just saying that everybody, like, you get to a point in life where you listen to a podcast, you're making your model trains, you know.
Well, I can tell you,
model
because
trains.
my wife is work from home, and that's also where I record the Orlando Talk Show with me, Ross McCoy. And so, like, it does come up quite frequently where, like, I'll be doing a podcast in the back bedroom, and then I'll come out into the kitchen, which is, like, the common area, and she always goes, like, "Is your podcast over?"
yeah, like a baby with the. You just talk to a baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you would talk to a child that was having crayon time. Yeah.
Little baby go talking on microphone.
Dude, is there anything for us to hang up on the fridge?
Yeah.
How did it come out? Was it you get a couple of little laffy taffies?
You stayed at the lines this time.
A little jokey poo.
You know what I get mad at? That wives they passive aggressively talk to you as if you didn't like. For instance, I get in from the backyard from pulling.
Well,
all
what
the
were you
weeds.
doing?
Oh,
Well, that doesn't matter to her. I can already tell this doesn't. This isn't something that matters to her.
But and then she's like, "Are you
Now
done back
pulling
there?"
weeds, or you were sitting behind the shed on your phone watching
Well,
videos?
Yeah, a little bovada time.
I get this thing called THC freeze.
Is that the technical name for it? Hold on,
Ross knows.
Let me check with Dr. Ross.
Well, you're out there doing something.
Excuse me, Dr. Ross. Have you ever heard of THC freeze?
I believe that is the medical term.
Okay, thank you.
yes.
Confirmed.
Well, you're out there, and then all of a sudden you snap out of it. You're like, "Shit! How long was I frozen?"
That's called the silence partner. That's called narcolepsy. That's why that old man in the woods, he would pass out in the woods chopping wood. Do you know that book?
Have hours gone by or
Silas
1
Marner
second?
was
I don't
chopping
know.
wood in the forest, and they fall asleep chopping wood, and the kids thought he was a zombie. That's Silas Marner.
All right, let's run through these other topics here.
Or we're going to run out of time, so we have to.
Wait, what happens after your weed fugue and then your wife?
Weed freeze. His weed freeze.
She's like, "Are you done back there? There's stuff to do. People are coming."
People are coming.
They're always coming at us. People have been with us for a week now. Anyway.
You're free now. There's nobody staying with you now. They went home.
No. A week is starting today. A week. Yeah, I got new guests. Anyway. The point is, I scream out, how do you think the backyard looks so good? It's not magic. I have to get back there and do it.
Pull the weeds.
Yeah. It's going to look like shit.
People are coming in, they're going to want the tour, and it's got to look nice.
Yeah, it's got to look good.
It's all a part of our whole property.
What would she rather you do?
I don't know.
You don't even ask?
The wives just bitch the bitch. I think.
His whole house is flooded, and he's out there weeding.
Naked.
No matter what I did. Anyway. Humanoid robot fighting.
Yes.
Okay, so Daniel came up with this idea. We were talking.
It's gonna be huge.
We were talking about wrestling, professional wrestling, with Jay.
Yeah,
our buddy Jay.
You'll hear it on the
ACT Tuesday.
Yeah, I put a piece of it on ACT Best Of if you want to check it out.
And then we're just talking about how does professional wrestling live in like 50 years? You know, it's like because it seems like you have to be indoctrinated into it by your parents, and the younger generation's not going to get into it.
And in a world where like UCF fights are literally like guys rolling around on a bloody mat, like scarring each other for life.
Yeah,
like, how does scripted combat survive that long?
Yeah, and so it seems kind of antiquated a little bit. Even
it's
though,
like a soap opera kind of,
Yeah.
you know, like how are those still going?
It definitely is, and we looked it up, and the main audience right now would be in the 50+ range. I mean, those are your guys that are really soaking it all in, and
that's the last bastion of generation.
Oh God, it was so good in the 80s, dude. 80s wrestling was the best
because it was real.
Their parents
Ultimate
got
Warrior and Hulk and Andre, so good.
And their parents got them into it. Their dad was watching
It's
it.
true.
And then
My dad got me into it.
And
It's
now
true.
those kids are 50. And they try to get their kids into wrestling, and maybe some of them did, but there's definitely a drop off. And I think it's less. There's so much stuff to consume. That's not the point. The point is we were like, what could save this type of combat sports? Because even like the UFC. Speaking of UFC and like MMA fighting and stuff, and I know it's super popular, but it does seem like they're running into a problem where there's not enough professional wrestling. For instance, like the most popular guys have always been the McGregors and the super personality type guys.
Right.
And then you're running into the problem where it's hard to
care.
It's hard to build this character, and then because it's real, they get beat, and then it's like, oh, he's not the best, so they already got beat, and then it's like, all right, the new guy and the guy that beat him can't talk. And he doesn't have a personality. You know, some jiu-jitsu guy, or like, you know, who's the guy that the Khabib guy, like where he.
I don't think you're allowed to say that.
He was the
That's their term.
The best fighter the MMA has seen in a long time.
Yeah,
but and he had a kind of a gimmick, but really he's not much of a talker and stuff. And then he retired, and then so now we got no one.
Well, both have the things that they like, right? The drama on the wrestling side, people love the talking and the fact that the guys can spiel, and on the other side, you have really good combat sports, but nobody can spiel.
And so Daniel came up with humanoid robot fighting, and then we started talking about it. I'm like,
BattleBots are great, but they're not good enough.
As opposed to BattleBots, which like they're just designed for whatever combat design they have.
It doesn't hold your attention because it's not you.
Right.
Now, the technology is not there yet, but when it does get there, I'm mark my words, and I think Daniel's correct. This will be a thing because they could fight to the death, which we've always wanted to see.
We want that, but we don't want. We want it to happen, but we don't. I don't want somebody
real
dying.
people dying.
That's insane. I don't even want look. I've been hunting with my grandpa, but this is really not my thing, right? It's just not my thing. I mean, that's fine.
I like MMA. Sometimes it's hard when you see a guy get knocked out, and then as they're falling to the ground and then hit their head off the thing, the guy is hammer smashing his face unconscious.
Blood everywhere.
But it's just like the fact that he's unconscious, already knocked out, and you're punching him in the face. It's like, oh,
no.
Like my initial reaction is not like yes. I'm like, oh, like they have smashed his face. And he's knocked out already.
Now let me paint a picture for you. Now imagine two female robots fighting, and they peel off each other's bikinis, and then one of them grabs the other one by the fucking pussy and rips her fucking pussy open.
Whatever.
And and rips her leg off and starts beating her in the tits with her own leg. Imagine that. I mean, it is
robots fighting to the death. They look like humans.
And no holds barred.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. However, they're programmed to kill each other, man.
So two dude robots come out, they immediately rip each other's genitals off.
Yeah,
Maximum.
you're my head writer. All of a sudden, you're my lead writer, Ross McCoy.
But people would watch that, I feel like.
For sure.
Yeah. And because now you're getting what we've always wanted, fight to the death, and then none of the guilt that because we can't handle. We're too weak.
Yeah.
But we can handle robots killing each other until the next generation
It's like the snack
starts
wells
protesting the robot rights and all that stuff.
Well, they're not going to like the
Robot
nudity
rights.
at first. We're going to have to fight to get it through the way I want it because they're going to want it to be a smooth Barbie doll and no nipples, and that's not going to fly. Look, I'll die on this hill.
Well, there's pay-per-view.
They got to look like us.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to pull you in.
We're probably going to have to start slow. Like, it's probably going to be like bare naked baby dolls fighting at first, and then we'll work our way out to like some exterior features.
Can't do bare naked baby dolls. Catch some guy jacking off to that, and we get a problem on our hands.
But it'll be like, okay, I'm sorry, like a full-size mannequin. Like a
Okay.
mannequin with no features. That'll be our starting point. And then we'll move on to like features. Maybe like, the Bob type of thing that you, like the guy you punched is a punching bag. We'll get to that point where it has like a face that's recognizable. And then we'll get into customizable with genitals and everything. And that's when, and then the like super generation, the one robot pins the other one, rips its head off, and hydraulic fluid just spews everywhere.
They're not in a circulation system.
I'm fucking around and I'm making jokes and I'm going too far for a little bit, but there is a part of me that says if you could engineer this to be real live Mortal Kombat, where the
Finishing
robot, I want the
moves.
robot to come out and it's going to look like a real doll when it comes. That thing looks like a man or a woman. It looks real. And then when they start fighting, once that thing gets injured, yes, you could have an exoskeleton underneath. The rubber starts falling off. Hydraulic fluid, it starts breaking down.
Like Terminator.
Sparks are flying. Oh my God.
He cuts the skin and then bleeds and stuff. Then he rips his skin off and then it's a robot.
Yeah, and then he's just punching it with just a metal fist. Oh, it'd be so killer, dude.
Yeah. And then we're all like cheering or like yeah. But then there will be a generation underneath that like this is savage and disgusting. And then it'll
and we'll be all fat and we'll wear robes.
Our kids, grandkids will be protesting this and like these robots are treated horrible and they live down.
Thank you to the humanoids who stick up for our consciousness.
I'm not doing that. They're like they live.
You ain't bringing home no goddamn robot. I'll tell you that right now. You bring home a robot to the Dennis household, we're gonna have a goddamn problem. You better get your robot ass out of here. Like that guy in St. Cloud yelling at that poor man that was going door to door. Oh my God, what a terrible story. What else we got on here?
I want to talk about your pedal steel guitar. So Daniel, I
want to buy a pedal steel guitar, Ross.
Why haven't you already?
My grandfather.
He did already.
I put a deposit down. Anybody got it? I put a fully refundable deposit down.
Bought.
It might take 9 months to get it. Take 9 months to get this little old man to build me a pedal steel guitar.
Custom made.
Explain what it is.
All pedal steel guitars are custom made, and I've been my grandfather, Ira Lee Atkins, played the pedal steel guitar back when I was like a little baby. He played the organ and the pedal steel guitar. And Christine, I was gonna text you. Christine in the chat room, she wants a pedal steel guitar too. Go in halvesies with me. I'll let you play it.
Is this a grandfather went to the insane asylum?
No, that's my dad's dad. My dad's dad went to the sanitarium because he cracked up. Nervous breakdown.
I was like, oh my God, the metal guitar was the first thing.
No.
Did I see the path?
Oddly enough, I'm already past that point of his life, so you have nothing to worry about. All right, I just skated right through the crazy part.
Nothing's a stretch.
So I want a pedal steel guitar, but they're not mass produced. They're not
You want a console steel guitar with pedals and knee levers that change the pitch of certain strings?
Yeah, you use your knees and you use your feet, just like kind of like drums. You have to have a certain level of independence, and then you use your right hand to pluck or to strum, and then you use your left hand with a bar to make your notes.
Horizontal position, also known as Hawaiian style.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've seen like Crystal's grandma play the metal.
She plays a lap steel guitar, lap guitar.
So it's like that, but on some sort of like digital keyboard style pedestal that has foot levers and.
Oh, well then she's playing pedal steel.
No. But I'm saying that it's like that, but what you're talking about has a whole foot levers.
Yeah. Okay.
And
So what I'm talking about, it looks basically like a guitar that's like if you were to lay the front of a guitar, instead of it being facing the audience, just lay it flat so the strings are facing the sky.
Yeah.
And it's a little square box, and then the guitar neck, it's 10 strings, which is more than a normal guitar would have.
Yeah.
And then it has a small neck, and then there's, the different frets that you can use just like a standard guitar. And it's on a table. It's like on a flat little table, and it weighs about 40 pounds. And then underneath it, there are these levers that fall down, and you put your knees up in them. And then so like if you had a note and you were playing like let's say you're playing like a C, you could move your left leg to the right and bend it from a C to a D. It would go up because you're moving your leg.
Okay.
So it bends the note. So that's where you get the you look that like weird. It's used for country music. It's
or like
used
a
for
UFO noise in the Bugs Bunny
music.
cartoon.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive Andrea fucking bananas. It's gonna be so crazy.
She won't let you take your regular guitar camping, and now you want to take a whole guitar steel setup.
I know, 42 pounds. It comes in a case.
Now,
though.
how
it breaks down to
it's got a road case.
That's
very
cool.
Do you have to teach yourself how to play this?
Yeah, but there's like forums and all kinds of videos and stuff.
I'm sure YouTube videos.
It's considered the hardest instrument to learn how to play.
Okay.
Harder than harp.
It's in the harp family. They say it's in the harp family.
So
I was actually thinking of reaching out to Butler's wife maybe for some tips too, because she's amazing on a harp. She rips.
But is it anything like a harp?
Yeah, I mean they say that the pedals, but more than likely,
and then affecting the strings like that.
I
could
know
see that
theory.
being-
Yeah, I'll brush up on my theory. I've got good independence from drumming, so I know how to use my right hand, right foot, left foot independently of each other. So
and then you go to the library, you get pedal steel guitar for dummies, and you're good to go.
I mean, everything's online. I mean, but it is it's like I don't know anybody who plays it. If there are any BDMs or any listeners that play it that you want to give me a lesson, I will pay you. I want to learn how to play it because my grandfather played it, and it was cool as hell. It's like one of those instruments that, like, I don't know, whenever I hear it in a
Cool
in a
as
song,
hell is a stretch.
No, it is. No, I think I'll die on the hill and disagree with you.
It's interesting.
No, I think there are a lot of people, especially now, that would hear it. You hear like classic 60s, 70s, the classic Nashville sound. You hear that? Oh my God. It's fucking cool as hell.
So it's cool to old men like us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Which is so if you started playing the pedal steel guitar and played me a song, I'd be like, oh shit!
Like there was a guy on the
how
pedal.
long did it take you? 8 years?
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find this.
Like how much would you have to practice? To
a lot.
This would be like
I'm trying to use it as like a meditative, almost like a chilling out style. Like thing in the evenings, because I have been playing my guitar, I've been writing music, I've been listening, but I need something to really like get into.
Just to twang out for a while.
And I've been wanting to really get into this one. Listen to this dude. This is like a younger guy, so I know you're saying old man, but this is like a younger dude and his younger friend, and this is them playing Black Hole Sun on a steel. Fucking awesome, dude. It's fucking badass. Black Hole Sun on a goddamn pedal steel guitar.
Where are they at? In church?
No, that's like the guy's living room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's like his living room.
That is a young guy playing it, but I know this video, and I know that he's only playing it because he just inherited it from his great grandfather.
So pretty soon, my whole life is going to be roadside peanuts and a pedal steel guitar.
You accelerated.
I really did.
Old man fast.
Yeah, I go fast. When I go old man, I go right to the grave. Next week, ordering my coffin and headstone and my headstone.
If you're just hanging out by the side of the road selling boiled peanuts and playing Soundgarden on a pedal steel guitar, I know where I'm hanging out.
Would you smoke weed with me?
Oh yeah.
Eat boiled peanuts. You know what?
I might even sell turtles next year or something.
I need a turtle salesman. Holy shit! Right.
I've been looking for a turtle guy.
I need a turtle guy.
So what does one of these things cost?
Well, I mean, buying one used is like right at $1,800. It's expensive.
Okay. But you're not gonna buy a used. You got a brand new.
I'm looking at a used one. Yeah, from them. Yeah, they have. Because what happens is in this world, the cool thing about pedal steel guitar and buying one, and this is true, and you can go on the pedal steel guitar forums if you don't believe me. Most of the time, whatever you pay for it, you'll get it out. You'll get it back because it's so rare. It's such a rare thing that nobody plays that people are always looking for them.
Yeah.
So if you can get one for $1,800, chances are you could flip it at its worst for $1,700 and get rid of it. So it's like a Rolex. It's very, very odd. They're almost always handmade. None of the companies that make them are still together anymore. There's one I was looking at. Man, there's a bunch in St. Cloud. St. Cloud is fucking steel guitar land.
Yeah.
And
they're a bunch of old men. That's where Pop-Pop live.
Well, I mean, I wish he was still around because I bet you he knows some guys that probably have some really great instruments in Like, you find them, and then you got to talk to the guy, and I've been emailing these old men, and it's a pain in the ass. They don't email back, they don't understand what I'm saying, and they will not haggle.
You know you can get a keyboard where this is a button.
I know.
Right. Daniel wants to learn.
You're right.
It would probably take you, what do you dedicate, like X amount of hours a week? Like, hey, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm practicing?
The program I'm looking at, it's funny you say that, because I knew Andrea was going to want me to do something like that, but the program I'm looking
It's
at...
like 2 miles running in the morning.
No, it's 30 minutes a day.
Fingertip push-ups.
It's like scales and shit. You know, like there's a guy, he teaches you, like, here's the scales you got to use, here's the finger picking, you got to try that, here's how to use a palm dampening, here's how to use knuckle dampening.
What a specialized instruction video.
It's everybody that talks on. Go on YouTube and just type in pedal skill guitar instruction, and you're going to see some wild ass videos. I mean, just some really old crotchety old men, and a lot of trucker hats, almost exclusively trucker hats.
I wish I had the passion to want to learn
anything.
Literally
anything.
Like
you do though. You have the passion to want to learn how to graft your own plants or share them, or I mean, that's no different. I mean, sitting down and learning that or reading about it is no different than me watching a YouTube video and then copying what the guy does on a pedal steel guitar because I want to learn how to play an instrument my grandfather played.
What's this fungus on my begonia? That's
you do all of that. White flies, all night.
But what you're doing takes practice, and you're building towards something. Like I want to have a nice backyard. I like plants, but once I learn how to do it,
you don't see that as building towards something. Like that's literally you're planting seeds.
It's all full already. The wife is bitching at me.
He diminishes a lot of his accomplishments, which sucks because I give him compliments and they mean nothing. But he's built a kingdom. Like, you've seen pictures of his backyard. It's fucking amazing. But if you give him a compliment on it, he's like, man.
And it'll clearly fall into disrepair if you stop maintaining it for a second. So, like,
no, but I mean, you like practicing towards something, learning how to do it, to like actually do this. That's different than learning how to propagate plants. I learned that one time, and it's like not have to practice. It's like, well, just, or whatever the hell.
I get what you're saying.
There's no practice involved in any of this shit. It's like
you know what? Yeah, I agree. Kill yourself.
Running or something like that, but that's physical. Like, that's something that I'm like, I playing, because essentially playing the steel string guitar only means something to Daniel. Right?
I don't even know if I could play with him. I mean, I know nobody.
No one else cares.
Yeah, no one will. You are goddamn right. No
Yeah.
one else cares about me playing pedal steel guitar. That is a loner of an instrument.
Until you solo like 90 minutes at like the 15-year meetup or whatever. I
don't know if this one's going to come.
I'm a little 20s coming up.
Let me ask you guys. I'm a little concerned about this. I may be making a mistake, and it may even just get my deposit. We'll see how the weekend goes. I may get my deposit money back because there is a part of me that says, like, maybe you're too old to start learning something new. You always, like, you and I talk about that all the time. We're dying. It's harder for us to learn stuff. Stuck in your ways. You know what I mean? When I was a young boy and wanted to learn drums or wanted to learn piano, man, I was ready.
But this is what old people learn how to do. This is perfect. Like,
I do think it's perfect.
We're too old to learn technology. This
is old technology.
This is your lane here. Like, it's learning how to do like model trains or whatever the fuck, all other old
I've been
shit.
learning finger picking for the last couple years, and I've gotten decent with being able to like roll my fingers. And a lot of that is something that you do on the pedal steel. So I'm kind of interested in that. I'm interested to see where like being able to play with good independence, like double pedal, being able to use my, my hi-hat when I was playing drums. I'm wondering how that's going to come into play, if that'll give me a leg up. But anyway, I'll report back to you guys. And if I record anything or get one anytime soon, we'll see.
You know what I say? Always follow your doubts. Get that deposit back.
Yep.
Your doubts are most likely right.
Let your doubts lead the way.
That's why
let's
they're
just
there.
be honest. Anytime you're in the back of your mind, you're like, should I buy this? Or you should not buy it. You should not get into this hobby because guess what? That metal steel guitar is gonna like Daniel start playing it at the beginning. He'll be all into it, and then it's gonna be sitting up there next to his drum set and all the other shit. Just like everything's
next
sitting
to my scooter.
You just have a graveyard of hobbies that you picked up, and then you don't use
the
anymore.
Jim Phillips.
Your goddamn kayaks out there that you're selling them. Everything that you get, you never stay into forever.
Then it gives you a bunch of stuff to Craigslist. When you're down on your luck,
Yeah. It's I think about that all the time, but then I tell myself, well, you got to do something. Like, what the fuck are you just sit there and wait to die?
You do got to pass the time somehow.
Like, you gotta, even though you know the outcome is gonna be, I get into this.
You gotta do something.
That's seriously like I see all
Might
my
as well
friends,
be pedal steel guitar.
Every time someone tells me they want to buy a boat or a jet ski or they want to get into
And you want
whatever,
to yell no? You just yell
they buy
no.
a treadmill. They fucking want to get into running. They bought all the shit, all the stuff, everything, anything. I think to myself, I tell them that it's a waste of their time, and that they'll be all the shit will be in their garage. Their old lady will be bitching about getting it out of there in 1 year's time for sure, 100%, or at least a 95%. And but then I tell myself, you got to do something.
So you're arguing with yourself in your own.
And then you snap to in your yard. You're like, how much time was that?
That's why he's standing there arguing with himself. It's called the you got to do something argument. And then he comes to, and the crystal goes, there's people coming.
It's like, was 1 minute gone by or an hour?
Oh, my God.
All right.
Let's plug some stuff. You want to plug some stuff? We got stuff to plug? How are the hats? We got hats left,
Still
right?
got some.
Those are so good. They're great hats, man. Tom and Dan hats, brand new design by the Danger Brands, BDM, and it is the new Tom and Dan sun hat.
Yeah, it's basically a straw hat you could use for any pool occasion, beach, just going out fishing. I was using
great
mine
for hiking.
when we were fishing down in Miami, catching some peacock bass, which, the only way to fish is to go with someone who knows how to do it. And then
Correct.
You start trying to learn how to fish yourself. I can imagine how
That's
horrible
what scares me about pedal steel guitar. I've never caught a fish. I'm like, what if I just sit up there reading the manual? I'm like, this is too hard.
But that is just literally like you start at the fundamentals and it's like, hey, you got to pick for 8 months straight before you even start learning how to
I can do that.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I can do that.
So with the fishing, it's like, where are you at? What kind of bait are you using? Like all the shit that you make
How do
mistakes.
they accumulate the knowledge?
Like making the mistakes is the worst part about getting into anything. And then just to quit. It's weird.
Gotta do something.
Selling all your fishing equipment.
Even if you stick with it, you die.
Write that down. That's good. Stick with it. You're gonna die someday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's,
your kids will be selling it for way cheaper than they should.
Oh, that's what I did. I was so sad. I was just like, let it all go.
All right. We'll see you on Monday's BDM show. We got our big events coming up in November. Ross, you going to be anywhere?
You can listen to me on the Orlando Talk Show with me, Ross McCoy, brought to you as always by Mo DeWitt. He sponsors this room, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
We're doing a comedy show. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's going to be October 2nd at the Orlando Funny Bone. It used to be called the Improv down there on iDrive. We got Sean Finnerty, we got Madison Bakish hosting, and Ricky Reyes, power lineup.
Nice.
October 2nd at the Funny Bone. And don't forget my buddy Joe Byrne Pest Control. I don't know if I told you, Tom. Right before I came over today, I had ants in my kitchen.
Yep.
And I texted Joe a picture of ants in my kitchen, and he texted back, "Go to your porch." And I was like, "No way, dude, no way." And I went out to my porch. I was like, "What's going on?" I thought he was there already. There's a rumbling sound. He erupted up out of the ground with the queen ant in a chokehold, like WWE style, holding her up like the Undertaker, dude. And the other ants all boiled up out of the hole and surrounded him. He said, "I've defeated your queen. I am now your queen. Go back into the hole and seal yourselves in." And they did it. They listened to him, and they squished the queen with his hand. And he said, "Done here."
Yeah.
Joe Byrne, Bird and Pest Control, live
That's a
Florida.
hell of wow. When you do a live read, you do a goddamn live read.
Live.
Hold on, I've been doing them wrong for years. That was good as fuck.
Now we're going to get some hate like the other Ross. He's too high.
No, that was good as fuck. I enjoyed that. I didn't know we could blatantly lie in our live reads. I didn't know that was allowed.
People are like on Reddit, they're like, I don't like it. I don't know. Saying crazy.
Some Creed cult bullshit.
Joe Byrne, Burn Pest Control, live Florida on easy mode. That's what I say.
There you go.
Before we leave, let's get the BDM son on the couch here.
Whoa,
for a second.
whoa. Why would you say that?
Because a BDM came in today, and here you can
you can
use
sit
that.
right
You don't have to sit in my lap. That's fine.
Pull
I'm
the
not
mic
Santa.
up to your
Hold on,
face
I'll
here.
put a camera on you. Hold on.
So
is that allowed?
I like to.
Can we have babies on the TV?
Babies, he's an 18-year-old man.
He's a baby.
My pop-up fought in World War II at 17.
This is a child.
This is a man.
A good-looking child.
You're not prepared to fight in World War II at your age. So.
All right, and then you want to get about that close to the microphone when you talk.
So,
good to see you, man. Hey, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So BDM came by today watching the show because he's taking his son to college, I believe.
And this
I got the gist.
he made his son sit through old man talk show.
That's punishment before he goes out.
Goddamn pedal steel guitar, fucking plant man over here. This guy's high as fuck.
A riveting Lowe's story.
Yeah, Lowe's pedal steel is higher than fuck. Yeah, what do we do? What
the dick valve stems kind of got him, but he didn't. I was like, I don't know what a valve stem is. Whatever. I don't know what generation.
I wonder. Can you change a tire?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No,
All right. That's a
real
point.
man dad.
Chuck one up.
Yeah. So what school are you going to?
Florida Tech.
Okay, Florida
Nice.
Tech. And then are you going up there? Are you staying in dorms or like?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, this is getting real weird and
creepy.
specific. You don't have to answer any of these
Let's get the
questions,
medium
son.
son of the couch. Hey, how are the dorm
anything.
rooms? Are the beds? Are the beds
How's
soft?
security there? Reckon you could sneak through with a ninja mask or
What
not?
size shorts should a man wear? 5'8"?
The windows got locks on them or not?
Yeah.
There
How do
used
you
to be
like
a time
men's grooming?
where you could
Any lights out?
playfully break into the girls' dorm and steal their panties. When they're
called a
there,
panty raid.
and then you run in and they're fucking all showering together. You see them nude,
Yeah.
and you're like, ah!
But you don't go,
And then everybody was laughing about it. It was just all fun and games.
And that's the time you want to get back to. Vote Tom Van.
They'll vote for it right now.
Make college great again.
Hey, everybody, do you want to get back to a time when you could steal girls' panties and then be running away and go,
They want to get there. Anyway.
And for some reason, you always had to like put a ladder up to the second story window.
Yeah.
You couldn't go in through the front door
Because it
for
was
some
locked.
reason.
It was
Sneak
locked.
attack.
Okay, but the ground floor window was locked. Like, I mean,
Yeah, but their dorm rooms are on the second floor.
always got to get a ladder.
Where'd you
involved.
get a 15-foot ladder from?
It's a
You
big-
live in a dorm.
Nothing's stopping me from stealing panties, man.
They probably stole it from Home Depot because they worked there.
You don't think as horny as I am, I could get you a 15-foot ladder?
So you're 18, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that's creepy too.
My sins.
Yeah, let me see your ID. I want to make sure.
If any other guy asks you that while you're sitting on a couch in front of a microphone, be very afraid.
Hold on, move your hair out. Look, everybody, it's Matt Gates. There he is. Okay.
Tommy will not be prepared in 7 years to move out of my house and go live alone.
You don't think
I
so?
will. I will 100%
In
know.
7 years? You don't think you can prepare
Don't wait
the
to learn
kid?
in 7 years. The amount of stuff to go live by
You
yourself.
have so much time.
Anyway.
Here's how to cook out. Here's how to do laundry.
Yeah. Tie your shoes, then teaching me.
Oh, wow.
I'm joking.
You got Velcro.
I don't know. I don't know if he can.
Velcro's fine.
That's how much I know.
Talk to him.
So, what are kids, 18-year-olds? They're all watching TikTok, right? That's where you get all your information.
I don't use TikTok, but yeah.
You don't use it. What do you use?
YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Yeah. TikTok is. That may be.
Oh, yeah. YouTube. All right. I got what's happening.
My son's. I'm just trying to get the temperature of the younger generation.
What do the kids watch? They watch a TikTok? Oh, YouTube. All right. I got what's happening here.
I know YouTube. I got the NFL ticket. I got YouTube. So what are you just watching reels on YouTube?
What are you watching, Mr. Beast? Hey, what are you watching?
Yeah, what is it? What are you watching
out there?
You can use like shorts. It's like their
Okay,
version.
so you're just scrolling shorts.
Yeah.
That's just all TikTok then. It's all the same. You're just scrolling and you're addicted to it, right?
I wouldn't say addicted.
Okay.
No, but
you lost an hour.
every 20 seconds.
I go, you're addicted. You're like, I wouldn't say it. Everybody that has it, I say that. I'm like, you're addicted to it. They're like, I wouldn't say it. I told my wife that. My wife
What
is on
happens
a
if you don't
screen-
do it? I'll be shaking. I have to have it. I'll steal for it. So you get a dorm. Your dad's taking you there. Is it all furnished already, or is you have to bring all your own TV? Do people even care about TVs?
It's a technical college, so you have to build all your furniture right away. They just give you raw lumber and nails.
That's actually a decent idea.
Bring your own hammer.
You just use your phone now. This TVs
No,
are
phone,
not-
if you hit a nail with it, it breaks. Tom. You can't do
when
that.
I was in college, we had a dorm, like a main room with a ginormous TV in there that the school had paid for, and then it was just
A
on all the
lounge.
time.
Like a community
lounge.
lounge.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
And
then
they
we
do
had a
movie night once a week or something
and
like
you
that.
could bring a little one in your room if you wanted to, but I don't know if it's still like that. I'm a dumb old man, so you'll have to tell me.
Every dorm, the UGA, every dorm room was like 2 beds, and then the rich kids would get the loft. They
Yes.
have like a loft built out where the beds were up above, so you had all that ground space, you know.
But do they even care about an actual TV? Everybody's got a phone.
So I know it depends on your type of dorm. I have an apartment type, so it's 4 bedrooms, and you have a main area for
nice.
kitchen.
Okay.
I think it comes with a small little box TV, but I'm bringing my regular size kind of large TV.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Nice.
I thought about that. I was like, I wonder if like having a bigger TV.
You kids watch TV. You want a big one?
It's just everybody's looking at. Like I sit on my couch. I have a fucking 75-inch TV, and I'm just watching shit on my phone.
I never do. Once I'm home, I'm TV man.
No,
I'm old man.
Different generation. I'm like, I catch myself, and then like, what the fuck am I doing? I watch YouTube on my TV, but then I got to turn it on, go to Roku, YouTube, sign in. I forgot my goddamn password, and then I'm like, fucking, I have to go and put in the code, and
It'll jump right to it.
Where's
like if
the
you're
crosswalk?
connected, you'll be watching something on your phone, and it'll just connect right to your TV.
Click on all the bicycles. I'm fucking doing all the shit.
They hide some of the buses in the bus ones.
Yeah.
You've seen those in the bus ones. Sometimes they hide the tail end of the bus.
Oh,
on the edge.
How
Tom, no shit. I recently spent like a fair bit of time with a 90-year-old couple, and they had the exact same problem with their Roku that you just described. Like literally the exact same problem. It's fucking hilarious.
Well, I can relate to. Well, this is complicated. So
then you just end up watching that graphic where the bus is going by the cartoon background. You just end up watching that.
I have seen that.
How's the relationship with the young kids now with the gambling? Have you dabbled with the Hard Rock app? I saw on some meme that like, kids because they're addicted to Roblox and all the stuff growing up and like short stuff that it also
Did you just call me short stuff?
pertains to gambling too, because it's like instant dopamine releases. It's like making bets.
I could see that.
So how's that? You got been betting?
So I believe it's like video games. You still have like that. You can spend money, buy a box, and you can either might make more money off that. But I don't think there's any like kind of not much like poker, blackjack. It's more like buy a case and get.
In-game microtransactions.
Yeah. So that's
gotcha. Yeah.
But they're saying that translates as you get older into
certain
gambling.
of the games, like you could, I don't know, like CS:GO and stuff. They have skins that you can sell for actual real money.
Yeah.
And so if you hit good on one of these mystery boxes, you could get a skin that's worth several $1,000s, and then some kid with a shitload of money from their parents will buy it and give you real money for just a skin online.
Have you ever done any of that? Or?
No.
Yeah, that'd be cool though.
What do you play Fortnite? My sons are playing Fortnite. And what's
Dan,
going on?
do it in the voice, please. Thank you.
Hello, you play the Fortnite? Max are playing Fortnite.
I don't know what's going on in the chat rooms in there.
You hanging on the mail chat room?
What was I saying? They're yelling the N-word?
Because I don't know, they say it's fine, but, who knows?
No, I would say that too. I said that to my mom when I was listening to Eazy-E all day long. It's like,
get AIDS!
I didn't get AIDS, but I was like, literally, it would be like, I need a copter so I can get away clean and take some pussy along, if you know what I mean. And my mom would knock on the door and I'd turn it down. And she's like, what did I hear in there? Is that okay? I was like, it's totally fine. I'm just going over the choir music for handbell choir. We're just doing handbells, Mom. No big deal.
Now, the fireworks tent, there's a lot of like mid-20s kids, and a lot of those guys do either like, a lot of them were just like betting on sports like I couldn't believe. Like, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And then some of them were very into like there's no legitimate site to do it really, but like online blackjack was pretty big. And there's a lot of sites where you can like for example, there's one where you can log in every day and they'll give you like 10 cents credit and you can play blackjack with it. And if you can play your 10 cents every day up to like $100, you can cash out.
Bonuses, it's like it's free money.
I do like a good bonus.
100% bonus.
We'll
I'll
double
take
your
that.
payout.
Let me put money in. I don't have it.
But then you have to put some kind of bank information into this, by definition, sketchy website because they're letting you illegal gamble here in the state of Florida. So you have to give them some sort of banking information to get this $100 that you've probably spent like 6 months accruing.
Yeah.
Maybe longer, I'm guessing.
So good luck.
Yeah, man.
You know,
With the
and-
online blackjack?
No. And what are you going to school for again?
Computer science.
Computer. All right,
Nice.
that's good. Though.
Computers are working out for people, I feel like.
Plastic's the future.
Yeah. Yeah. AI. Word about AI taking your job? Are you learning AI to work with it, and then that's what it's going to be, right?
A bit of both.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I feel like we need a man on the inside to destroy AI. How do you feel about that? What if we got you in, friend of AI, and then had you pull the plug?
Are there still? When I was in college, the biggest it was all about the party, like we
The
go to
rager. The
Rager,
rager.
the rager. You know, you go.
You're looking forward to going to some ragers?
Yeah. Is there ragers anymore? Or you're all just online? They
just
still
talking
get
to each
together.
other. Let's
Co-eds.
FaceTime.
Yeah. I
Do you
don't
want to
think
hear him bullshit his way through this answer, or do you want to send his dad outside for a minute?
No, his dad, he know. I say,
his
I
dad's
don't
cool.
think- Yeah.
He's
His
got
dad's
tattoos
cool.
and earrings. He's cool.
Yeah. So, any ragers?
No idea.
No. Okay.
Yeah, what did I tell you?
I know what that means.
tell you?
I know what that means. Rager.
I feel like it's harder to throw a rager because there's everybody's got cell phones. They shut it down quicker.
You know why?
It's like,
Because you and I aren't doing it. Well, let's throw a rager for some young kids.
yeah, they used to do pool party.
Yeah.
You know what it
Mom
used to
and
be?
Dan's young kids pool party ranger.
They used to do these club-sponsored pool parties at apartment complexes. We would go up to Gainesville.
a DJ.
DJ, and then the co-eds, they're raging.
Yeah, they were raging.
And then there's everybody's
Asses
getting
everywhere.
drunk. We're all underage. No one cared.
Somebody will put a foam machine. If they start pushing the foam out, you start ass grabbing in there.
One of the worst days of my life. I was surveying in Georgia, middle of the summer. We're on this like bare clay field staking out a hospital they're gonna build. You know?
Yeah.
And so it's like it's hot, it's dusty, and literally across the street is this brand new apartment complex. And to bring in people, they're having like a rage or pool party with like bikini girls just like walking all around, and it was like close enough I could turn my survey transit to it and like zoom in a little bit with the telescope, but there was no way to like actually get there.
I want to hug you right now.
It was like,
you were looking at
it was like being in hell.
The big yellow thing. The tripod.
That's gotta be a scene in a movie. The survey center. He's smoking weed. He's looking through the big giant ass or some titties.
Tripod. And then all of a sudden the co-eds are like, there's a guy in the
There's
one
a creep looking at me.
And you're like, oh shit. Don't jump down.
No, this was like an 18-acre construction site. There were a lot of people watching the pool party. It was not- I just happen to have a telescope.
All right,
That's
well,
hilarious.
Good luck
Good
in
luck,
college.
man. Nice to meet you.
Good
Thanks
to
for
meet you.
being
You got a
here.
good dad taking you up there.
Give him a bunch of stickers and tell him
You
to
think-
tell kids about Tom and Dan. Get the next generation
It's true.
involved. You know,
It's true.
yeah,
You
yeah.
think he's gonna cry when he drops you off, and
Probably.
Okay,
Yeah, a
okay.
little bit.
Would that make you feel like he's weak? It would. I feel like my son's like I'll refrain myself from crying just because.
My dad cried all the time, and I'd be like, "Look at yourself!
Yeah,
Aren't
I
you
never grew up-
glad that I can finish what you started, you pussy of a
I
man?"
never saw anybody cry growing up. Especially the men in my family. They're just like, he's dead. They're all dead. Now get out there.
Yeah,
They're like, oh, shit.
they're dead. They're all dead now. Get out there.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Now, are you gonna let him move you into the dorms, or are you just gonna like have him drop you off at the curb with a box?
I'm fine from helping.
Okay.
Yeah, you need dad's help.
There's too much stuff.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah,
it's
and
way
you
too
can't
much.
let the co-ed see you drop out your dad there helping you carry a box. You know,
No, like sometimes, like my dad would chirp.
Oh, yeah.
And my dad had already made friends by the time everybody got back to my dorm room. They already knew my dad.
oh yeah, they're like, buy some booze, Mr. Tennyson.
I'll buy you anything you want. You got nice titties.
All right, let's get out
Get out
of
of here, y'all.
We'll see you on Monday's BDM show.
Yep.
Thank you guys for hanging out.
Have a great weekend and stay safe. And we will see you Monday.